There we go.
We live now?
I tried to go fast to catch it, but I didn't. But anyway, we're live. One Piece University, episode 10. What chapter was this? 79?
89.
10 to 89. Look at me.
1080.
All right. Gang. Let's send this around, Let the folks know what's going on. And also, let's hop into our first take of the day. What's happened? You don't get very many off screens from Luffy and the Straw Hats. Oda seems to be going down a different path right now. So I need everybody to give me an idea of what they think happened during this skip to where it seems as if the Seraphim have been defeated or dispatched or whatever, and everybody's chilling and we got a new crewmate in the back. I'm gonna talk about him when I get to me. You can barely hear us. What? That don't make sense.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. If you can't even hear the phrase like and subscribe. But
How about now?
I don't know, Crow. I think this is another
No, it's not. I mean, I haven't been on
fumble.
Live, so I was just running my fucking mouth too. I'm looking at the levels, bro. It should be fine.
I mean, that's not what they saying. So
Yellow.
Turn your volume up, Groovy.
It might be an agenda against me. Better. I didn't even look. I barely changed something. All right, man. Nah, he probably was right though. I'd be having somebody in here. All right, I'm gonna start with you, Zane. What happened? Give me an idea.
So
What happened?
I think the most basic thing happened, which is that the Straw Hats were able to find York, snatch her up, and make her turn off the Seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, because Oda obviously has plans with the Seraphim, even like right now when Kizaru and Saturn actually land. But I don't know. I don't see him being damaged to the point of not being able to be used. And I feel like if the Straw Hats went all out on those Seraphim, they'd be destroyed. So I think that they found York and made her submit, pretty much, which is basically what we see at the end of the chapter. So,
All right, fair.
Sounds very logical. I could dig that, but like logic ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's have some fun with it. Obviously Frankie's in the back chilling. I've been telling y'all what he was going to do to ethnic. Like I'm not even speaking on that, but I'm gonna say it one more time. Hockey, armament, low diff. My boy Sanji, I'm sure we gonna talk about him. Low diff.
No.
And then, with the way that, with the way that Luffy and Zoro is patched up over here, you know what I'm saying? Thank goodness for York, If you want to go ahead and say maybe they had York help them out with the possibly two strongest Seraphims, I'll go ahead and give you that, but
Who the two strongest
man, S-Bear and S-Hawk, comfortably.
What makes them the strongest Seraphim?
I mean, I would just imagine that the genes of the people that they came from is, a little bit higher than Boa and Jinbei, We don't even...
What makes Mihawk strong?
his strength.
Oda.
His hockey.
Oda. Yeah, sure.
So the Seraphim can't use hockey. That we know of, at least. So I don't think he's the strongest Seraphim.
Really? We got the power.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also fine in saying that S-Bear is also one of the strongest because of the fact that they, in the development of the Seraphim, Vegapunk knew about Kuma the most and his abilities. So he could, replicate Kuma the most, in a sense. So it's the closest to Kuma, which is closest to a real, figure in One Piece. Therefore, he would be one of the stronger ones.
I think the Jinbei Seraphim is probably pretty strong too.
I don't
Just
think
because
that none of them are stronger than the other ones, to be honest.
Nah.
It depends on the devil fruit.
I was gonna bring up something about S-Hawk. So I'm gonna break an agenda right now.
Oh man.
Oh, here we go.
No. So it is also sword skill.
You think he inherited Mihawk's sword skill?
Not fully, obviously, because he's an a child.
Yeah, I
but
understand the potential. I'd say.
yeah. Just because we saw what he was able to do at on Boa's Island. So I mean, and that was like a base sword strike. I didn't see any named attacks.
Oh, I just realized what agenda you were going against. The sword skill and hockey. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I
Okay.
had to break it, bro.
I got you. Cool. All right. So JJ, I heard your thoughts. Prince, what happened? Were you done, JJ?
Yeah, for the most part, you know, as long as I got my Frankie agenda off, I can let y'all cook.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Prince. Let's hear it.
Honestly, when it came to this chapter, I really did like it, and I think the whole like sudden shift to just York absolutely getting obliterated and almost killed is hilarious. But there's a couple things to notice. One, the fact that they're all eating food means that either A, they went to the food station or whatever in the Labo Stratum before they got to York, or after. Probably after, but they went and got a bunch of food. You can see like a huge pile of food and stuff next to Frankie and Chopper. Sanji cooking up an entire sandwich. Luffy, Bonnie eating. Literally everyone's eating except for York. Even in like the chapter in general, you can see everyone's eating, including like Saint J Garcia is also eating. Like he's a fork and he's chewing and stuff. So like someone pointed out on Twitter that everyone is eating except for York, the person who likes to eat the most out of all the different satellites. So that's an interesting thing to take away from this chapter. Also, it's a hot take, I can't lie, but you know this whole like thing of Usopp like connecting the speaker to York? I can't tell if it's his headphones, like the way he's positioned, or that's a double speaker. So he can hear like what the Gorsei is like hearing, like, or it's like a speaker where they're all talking like internally, because you also have the what are they called? Dendenmushi, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's speaking, but also like Usopp can hear it clearly or more something like that. So I just think like this might be a callback to God Usopp being one of the big targets. You never know, man. So also he just had a really cool pose at the end of the chapter, and everyone just looks cool, especially Zoro kind of mirroring Mihawk, because he's on the right side, and then Mihawk was holding the blade in the same way against Buggy, but he was on the left side. So little details like that in the chapter which make it really interesting to see. But other than that, it's pretty much just a very lore heavy chapter, and yeah, fun read.
But what do you think happened? Did they beat the Seraphim? We gotta get a little toxic. Come on now.
Man, I was hoping I could dodge that, but
There's no dodging right now, brother.
in terms of that, I'm gonna say they did, solely because of the fact that Oda's maybe pushing the story a bit towards a faster pace.
Okay. Cool,
Because
cool.
it doesn't feel like Oda's slowing down like in Wano. He's definitely picking up the pace with what happened with Garp, with the whole Reverie flashback. That could have been easily 20 chapters, but that fool did it in like 4. And yeah, now we have this whole fast-paced thing of, oh, York's already beaten now? Oh, wow. And they're probably going to focus more on the battle between the massive battalion of egghead ships versus literally like 15 figures of like Straw Hat like allies. So it's crazy, but yeah, I think they definitely beat the Seraphim.
For sure. All right, preach. Talk to me. What happened? During this skip? What the fuck?
You know, I'll give a different answer. It is, you know, it's likely that Luffy and Zoro did beat them, but I feel like a more interesting thing could be that Vegapunk
Hold up.
was
why
the one
just
that.
Luffy and Zoro?
Oh, Luffy, yeah, Kaku, Lucci, but I think Sanji too, yeah.
All right.
Oh, we don't gotta include
But
him.
I think Vegapunk. I think Vegapunk was the one who shut them off, and we didn't see what happened. But I think the reason why he didn't want to show us was because I think York is underestimating Vegapunk. I think the world government, when they come in here and they face Vegapunk, I think he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. and I think it was pretty easy for him to escape York, or at least have something of a backup plan to kind of get out of that scenario. So once he did, I think that's when he overrided the Seraphim, somehow found a way to do that. So I think it was up to Vegapunk, and I think it'll be important too once we come back with Kizaru and Saturn as well.
Word. All right. What do I think happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last time we saw the Straw Hats and the Seraphim facing Golf, it was some interesting events going on. One could come to the conclusion that Luffy and Zoro were struggling. Okay. One could also come to the conclusion that Sanji was having no issues. So,
I don't like where this is going.
I'm gonna say that Sanji low diffs young Jinbei, got rid of him with no problem, and then went to help Luffy with S-Bear, who he seemed to be struggling with. My boy was able to figure out the Lunarian defense, or maybe bypass it with his power, and handle business. And then right before Zoro was finna die from S-Hawk, they managed to get York to turn him off.
Oh no!
You really think Sanji low diff a Seraphim?
Yes.
He low diffed a Seraphim that Luffy compared to having the durability of, in a similar sense, to Kaido.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Let me ask just real quick. Do y'all hear when Crow be talking and you could like see the smile through the audio? Like,
No, I 100% can. 100%.
Top tier trolling, bro.
And he ain't too.
All right, man. Look, I'm just saying. Let's be serious. Sanji was having no problem.
Can't take that seriously whatsoever.
I'm dead ass.
Let's
Sanji
be
was
serious.
having no problem.
So you don't think it had nothing to do with Stussy or Robin or anything like?
No.
Some of the characters that are missing in the current panel right now.
Three Seraphim.
No. He low diff Jinbei. He was going to
the
help
other
his...
two.
The other two who? Talking about them? They are the
ones.
ones. S-Hawk was running away from Zoro, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if Zoro caught up in time to handle business with S-Hawk. But let's say he did. I'm thinking that after Sanji got rid of Jinbei, that's when Robin caught up to York and forced her to undo her command. But Sanji won before that. And Sanji beats King, low diff.
Wow.
That's what I saw.
Hey, I did.
You saw?
I did say
where did you see this? Where did you see this?
I did say Sanji is the upgrade to King. So
right. I mean, where did I see this? I have my sources, okay? And they are very clutch. But no, for real, if I had to stop, if I had to appease to everyone else with what I think happened, I do think that Luffy and Zoro were able to figure out. I mean, Zoro was on the verge of telling them what was going on, right? So I'm pretty sure he did. And I'm pretty sure Sanji was able to beat Jinbei though. But with the main thing that makes me think Robin went and got York and got her to undo it was because Frankie and Usopp were turned to stone, so that had to happen. But I think that happened after Sanji and Luffy and Zoro handled business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my boy didn't have any help. Everybody else had help.
What I thought.
That's all I'm saying.
What I thought happened was they boxed him to a standstill. And I mean, honestly, if Luffy went Gear 5 and Zoro used any hockey at all with Rio, because I mean, I'm almost certain he has Rio. We all agree on that, right?
Huh?
Yeah, who has Rio?
I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah.
That Zoro has Rio.
I mean, to a certain extent, yes.
I feel like you have to have the knowledge of Rio to unlock Advanced Conqueror.
I mean, to be fair, like, Luffy was literally doing Rio training, and I feel like if they're training, like, in the same area, I could easily see Zoro just being like, yeah, Luffy, what the fuck are you doing? Like, on that side over there. He's like, oh, I'm just doing this technique, and he sees Luffy literally internally destroying something. So I'm sure he knows of the technique
No, I
or
don't
has
You know,
think
one
seen
he
thing
it.
has Ryo, bro.
in
Come on,
addition
bro.
to what you say, you know me, like, well, you don't know, but one thing I've kind of like made it in my head was like sword slashes. Like, can't that be like somewhat Rio to an extent?
No, see, this
Yeah.
is the thing. This is the thing. What fucks everybody's up was Oda's explanation. I feel like the idea of Rio just being called that in Wano makes everyone think that everyone had the type of emission that Luffy learned to get past Kaido's defenses. All the swordsmen and them. I don't think that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Now, do some of them have it? Sure. But Rio in general is just what hockey is called. So, I mean,
I just think Luffy's was way more potent, so it was able to attack better.
No,
Because
I mean,
we saw that the Scabbards were able to actually like make Kaido actually say and like it hurt him type shit.
no,
Yeah.
but
So
I think
they
we're
have
not.
to be using something close to Rio at least because
I don't
you're
think
not
we're
damaging Kaido without it.
I don't think we're understanding like I think we have as a like One Piece like power scaling community completely flipped the idea of Rio as well. I think it's not a level you achieve, it's a technique to achieve a higher level of hockey. It's the reverse.
yeah, it's not a
So
level. Yeah.
yeah, so like when we see Luffy doing huge amounts of damage with Rio, it's because he knows the Rio technique, but his hockey in general is a lot stronger. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and act like Luffy's hockey was worse than Kinemon in Dressrosa when Kinemon knew Rio and Luffy didn't, right?
That's what I'm
So
saying. And you need answer this. Do you need to know Rio to harm Kaido and make him say ouch?
I
not
don't think
really.
Killer knows Rio, and he did it.
Did he make him say ouch? Like
And
and
he had
actually
him
acknowledge
screaming and bleeding. I mean,
did he make him acknowledge did he
to say
acknowledge
it
the
ouch?
attack?
Does he have to say ouch?
Did he acknowledge the attack is what I'm saying.
Well, I will say it was him and Killer at the same. It was Zoro and Killer at the same time. Chat, let me know if we too loud. By the way, I turned everything up, and you know there's a chance that we could be too loud. So let me know. But I mean, I don't think Killer has Rio, but I mean, Sonic blades are just different as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, those are like a internal damage ability on its own though.
Internal?
Yeah, but I think like
Because
the way
Juice-
Luffy
hey,
fights
makes
was the
air
reason he
turn
had this
into
whole like
blade.
Rio arc of training, at least. Because if
Yeah,
you think
so-
about it, the way like Zoro like fights and stuff, even slashes from the very beginning of swordsmanship in One Piece is a very Rio-esque like move. If you think about it, because it's a little slash coming to cut you, but it's not like from the sword. It's like
Yeah.
wavelengths
That's
or
the
whatever
air
the hell.
pressure.
Yeah,
though,
I
thought.
think-
What's
I
good,
think
Air
Cam?
pressure
I think-
or whatever. It could be considered as like not Rio specifically, but something similar to that extent. Whereas Luffy, he's literally punching you. So
Rio
it's not,
and blunt
nothing Rio
weapons
like
and
that.
fist are like with blunt weapons, fist, and then like with swords. I feel like it's different.
Yeah,
in a
that's
certain-
that's what I was. Yeah, for sure. Because I feel
But like I feel like
swords are
it can
easier.
still both be Rio. But the way that it's presented with Luffy and Kaido is they're both like blunt attackers. They use fist and his kanabo.
Mhm.
And then somebody with a sword, say you could hit it from a distance and attack internally. I don't know if Zoro 100% has it, but I'm just gonna guess and say that to at least unlock advanced conquerors hockey, you need Rio or the basics of Rio or something.
I think that swordsmen in general in Wano learned the emission, right? Well, not emission, coding. Like, fuck, Oda is wilding, bro. I don't want no Hunter type explanation, but come on, dog, give us something, bro.
So with Rio, there's internal destruction.
That's what Luffy had, right? What he could.
That's literally what Rio is. It's internal destruction.
But Rio in general is just hockey in Wano as well, right? Just putting
No.
hockey into your blade. That's what they call it in Wano. That's what makes it so confusing to figure
Well,
out, like, Luffy.
The Rio we know, the Rio we think about.
Yeah, what
is
we refer
Luffy-
to as Rio is internal destruction. What
Yeah,
Luffy
yeah.
learned, right? But the question is, did all the scabbards know internal destruction Rio?
Yes. Because that's what they used to harm Kaido. All of them had the Ryo technique and used it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think they're harming Kaido with armament hockey.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. I mean, that's fine. I agree. They had to
and
know
to be
something.
fair, they all know the whole like Odin 2 style or whatever.
Mhm.
And so I'm pretty sure they think that like Odin's jutsu or Ryo or whatever is like the Ryo technique. So they compared like Odin's technique of 2 style to using Ryo, which is why they mimicked it like that.
So
And
my
they all know
question
it.
is Zoro's reaction when Luffy uses Ryo, right? That must be the haki he learned from the old man. Is that not like saying like, okay, he doesn't know how to use that?
Hey,
No, that would just be like, oh, that's the technique he learned or something like that. So like he knows all
it
of
depends on the
technique itself.
translation. What did Viz translation say? Is that what Viz did?
I'm thinking I'm getting it from the anime. What he said, he was like, that's the haki he learned from the old man.
Oh no, we're not going anime today.
Oh wow.
We're going
Oh,
with Viz
wow.
today.
All right, let me go to what it was. What chapter 1,000? What Rooftop was when 1,000, right? Where he said Straw Hat Luffy. That was the name of that chapter. I'm gonna put it. I'm not. Chat. If y'all notice, we don't have Why everybody from Rizzo? Come on, bro. That's.
Yeah, rise on the go, man. Come on.
But if y'all notice, we don't got
Yeah.
chapter on the screen this week. You know, we trying to figure out this monetization thing, and yeah, we just
Yeah,
see
so
it.
YouTube
Yeah,
right
I
now is
read this
completely
anyway,
hoeing us
so-
with
Yeah,
stuff.
they're
So
going, bro.
Yeah,
we should have gotten this monetization for y'all a long time ago, but to keep it
Okay.
precautionary and so that we have content that can't possibly be like in like YouTube's monetization policies or against it, we're just like not even putting the chapter up or anything. It's just gonna be just us talking, but like it'll be about the chapter and stuff like that, and occasionally or like if needed, Crow can pull up an image from Google if
Sure,
y'all need
sure.
something to look at.
All right. So this is what happened, right? Luffy punched Kaido and lands, right?
Uh-huh.
And back to back is all 4 of everyone on the rooftop, right?
Yeah.
Zoro says, was that the haki he learned from the old man in Wano? Kid says, what was that haki just now? You can hurt Kaido with physical blows. Killer says, okay, we have a chance of winning. And then Law is salty about Luffy telling him to go to take Kirima and them to the floor. So I feel like all of them have the same type of reaction where it's like, what was that? And that's something he just learned. I don't think Zoro knows Ryo. That is specific kind. You know what I'm saying? The internal destruction Ryo. I don't think he has it.
This is my argument. I can agree with that, but I feel like after Zoro saw that, he implemented that into his swordsmanship, and that's how he was able to unlock Advanced Conqueror's Haki as well.
All right, well that's fair. I mean, that's a fair take. We probably talk about 1089 though.
Yeah, yeah, that is good. My bad. We've
No,
been on
that's
a
me.
badass
That's me. It's always my fault.
Nah, it's all good. This shit was fun to talk about. I'm sure they
I think
will.
them boys did do it to the Seraphim. I think they packed them up, but not too bad. I think they were showing that they could. I just think that the top 3, or at least the top 4, maybe. I don't know about the other guy, but I know that Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji can beat
Come
the
on,
Seraphim.
bro.
Jinbei
Bro.
not on the water, bro.
I mean, I don't think Jinbei beat his own.
You know
Seraphim.
what? No, speaking of underwater Jinbei, let's be real. He's about to turn up right here because we got a lot of water surrounding it and a lot of marine ships, bro. Like,
Oh yeah,
Jinbei, it's his chance right now. If we're gonna see it,
this
it's gonna be in
is
the
his
dark.
chance.
All right, it's
We're
gonna be
preaching
another-
spin right now.
It's gonna be another Bogart situation.
Also, I do want to
No,
address,
bro.
yo. I do want to address like huge point, and like it really shows the perspective of how much Luffy's a threat, you guys. So I went back and counted. So in Marineford, there are 100,000 Marines, 7 warlords, and all the different vice admirals, and obviously the trio of admirals, right? So all of that is for going up against Whitebeard's fleet in Marineford and his allies and stuff like that, which is like 10, 15 ships that Whitebeard has of like an army and stuff like that. Whereas in Egghead, there are 30,000 Marines, 9 vice admirals, 1 admiral in Kizaru. We don't know about Saturn's power, so I'm just going to leave him be for now. And then 4 Seraphims that are like pseudo warlords. So in my opinion, it's literally like around, I'd say like a third of Marineford's force like for the Marines, for the Navy, all of that is going to Egghead to attack just the 10 Straw Hats and like 5 or 6 allies of the Straw Hats. That's it. It's not a whole battalion of Luffy's fleet. It's just Luffy's like innate soul crew and then a couple other people. That's all it is. That's how much of a threat Luffy is right now to the world government, which is insane. Just to put it into perspective. So it's really like a mind-boggling thing to think about. Just want to put it out there.
You know what I'm saying? That's just to show you that Sanji is stronger than Marineford Whitebeard because they had to bring so much more shit right now. Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy are all stronger than Marineford Whitebeard.
How much do you underrate Marineford Whitebeard? Like, where do you have Marineford Whitebeard at? Okay, if Marineford Whitebeard was alive, where do you have him in your top 30?
Well, just won't let him rest in peace.
Bro, I
He
think
really won't.
Luffy definitely beats that Whitebeard 100%. And that's not
No, Luffy does. I think Luffy does.
Zoro probably goes extreme with that Whitebeard. I'm gonna be honest, but Zoro still wins. Bro, I feel like people disrespect Oldbeard so much. Bro, that's
what you doing right now.
Bro, just because he was stabbed and sick, bro, One Piece characters can eat through that shit and use 100% of their power. No matter what, bro.
He couldn't though.
But he didn't though.
Okay, I'm talking about with this devil fruit at least.
I mean, he needs more than that. I feel to beat like guys that can use
he
high level hockey.
He has the most destructive devil fruit on the planet.
That's true.
He has the ability to split an island with one punch.
That ain't beating Zoro or Sanji though.
I'm just saying, bro. It's a tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup for sure, but I feel like
maybe Extreme was a little bit
being
much,
able
but
to
high diff at least, bro. High diff at least though.
Whitebeard is beating any commander. Let's be real.
Wait,
let's be real.
Oldbeard, Sickbeard,
Oldbeard beating King. Is Oldbeard beating King?
Nah, yes. Ben Beckman is beating the shit out of that Whitebeard.
The only one I could even consider is Ben Beckman, but solely because of the fact that he's very close to Shanks. That's it.
Zoro wins high diff, Sanji extreme, and then
he can't use hockey, bro.
Bro, the devil fruit makes up for it.
No, it doesn't, bro.
It really does, bro.
When the chips was on the line and he had to use something.
But Sanji doesn't have like ridiculous ass hockey.
He has good hockey though.
But he doesn't have ridiculous ass hockey like say Zoro and Luffy type shit. He doesn't have hockey to the point to where it matters so much that Whitebeard is lacking his full extent of hockey.
I don't know. Whitebeard couldn't look, bro.
I think they were just talking about his. I think they were just talking about. Were they talking about hockey like under an umbrella, like the entire spectrum of hockey?
When he got hit by Squad, Marco said, even with his sickness, like his sickness is getting worse because he should have saw that coming, which is observation hockey.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna say maybe he just wasn't expecting it.
I'm starting a poll.
If nigga can't see Squad coming, what is Ifrit, Janbei, and Sanji doing to him? Answer me that question.
I mean, Queen in the anime was eating that shit. I saw him.
Let's just rank Oldbeard. Like what is a range that you would give him?
Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the range you give?
What's the tier that you give him? You giving him tier?
Oldbeard right now to start a fight is young.
Wait, you should have put Oldbeard instead of Whitebeard. Now they're gonna think it's. Now you're gonna think it's like
no, but everybody knows it's Oldbeard though, and Zoro's still winning
because he's definitely stronger than the first Yonko commanders.
But this is the thing, right? To start the fight off, Zoro and Sanji both are weaker than Whitebeard in my opinion. But once Whitebeard starts to take heavy damage, that's when his sickness and his overall strength in general. So are we much heavier, much faster than anybody else, you know?
Are we talking about the Whitebeard pre-stab? Because if it's Whitebeard pre-stab, bro, I don't care what y'all say. He's a menace. He's at least YC1.
That's the thing, though, Zay.
No, he's way higher than that, bro.
He's way higher. One stab to make him that much weaker. That should tell you that his endurance at that point.
it was his family though. He wasn't expecting it. He's still a human at the end of the day. He has human durability. He's not a
sword, my nigga.
But he's not an ogre, bro. Ogres and like Big Mom, for example,
He's not a German soldier.
Durable.
Hey, bro, you never know, bro. Square might be that guy.
He's not a German soldier. That's what it sounds like. He don't got the related genes, bro.
Squard is admiral level.
Yeah, Squard is raw, bro. I think you just underrating Whitebeard and like not properly.
Underrated Whitebeard's crew too.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Man. Oh,
isn't Squard like a huge commander of the fleet too?
No, he's not. He wasn't even a member of the
no, I'm not talking about like commander. Like he was a huge ally. Like he was one of the main captains that like helped out Whitebeard.
Yeah, bro, he was in the New World, bro. Come on, put some respect
on Squard, bro.
Because his daddy, who the fuck was that got killed by Roger? That nigga's not him, bro.
Bro, but that's what he needed. That's why he's got such a vengeance towards Roger, you know? Who knows? Maybe he killed Roger. Maybe it wasn't a disease.
I never even thought about it, but how strong is Squard?
How strong is Squard? Hey, chat, let us know how strong Squard
is at the most.
But I never even thought about it. I always just assumed he was weak.
He's weak. Nigga, there's no assumption.
No, bro, he was one of the captains that came in. To help, one of the main allies, man.
So all right, every nigga that was strong.
Bro, you never know, bro.
That nigga like the gifter. He's like Whitebeard's gifter. That's how strong he is.
Wait, is he alive or is he dead?
I hope.
Damn.
He might strong Spider Squard.
Yo, if he's alive, doesn't that put him over Whitebeard and Ace? Because he survived Marineford.
Wow, that makes him strong. He's definitely alive because
Squard is Whitebeard's strongest ally. That's what I found on Reddit.
Technically speaking, he did what Crocodile and like the other admirals except for Akainu couldn't, which is put a massive dent onto Whitebeard.
And he didn't see him coming, so he speed blitzed him. If you really
speed blitzed him, so if you really think about it, Squad top tier, you know.
But it's the thing.
I agree with because the thing is, he wasn't defending against his own men. It's not the same thing as like going up against the Marines.
Yeah.
But still, Marco said he should have saw that coming, implying that his hockey was washed up. If Whitebeard cannot use hockey as the fight goes on, he's losing to both Zoro and Sanji.
Wait, to be fair,
he was using Future Sight.
He's 100% losing, bro. But it's definitely a high to extreme.
No, I'm not saying they finna go wash Whitebeard. Come on, bro.
Nah, Preach knows what I'm thinking. Because, like, if he said, like, oh, you should have already seen it coming, does that mean that Whitebeard was, like, confirmed at Future Sight too? Or, like, at least at some level?
He was.
Yeah, he definitely had it, bro. He definitely had it.
He had to have it then. If Marco's gonna say like that. Because I'm sure Marco, like, has, like, fought with Katakuri to a certain extent and knows that he has Future Sight. Like, if he's a first commander. And if he's saying that Whitebeard should have seen it coming in that context, then yeah.
If Shanks knows Future Sight, Kaido, I'm confident that Prime Whitebeard knew Future Sight. There's no doubt.
Is there a single pull that Zoro can lose?
I mean, besides Luffy? I'm with Zoro this time, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I mean, if it's geared in a bad way, like if the poll is like gearing towards a negative answer, then yes.
Zoro loses to YouTube Shanks. Niggas on Shanks.
I'm telling you, bro.
No.
Akainu, Kaido, and Shanks won 70%.
Wait, you said what?
I made a poll last week. It was Shanks, Kaido, Mihawk, and Akainu. And out of all four, Shanks has 70%.
Yeah, Kaido should be the victor.
It's so crazy too because if it was just Mihawk, because I feel like you're either gonna vote for Shanks or someone else.
Man, Shanks stronger than them niggas, bro. I don't know how to break that to you, dog, but it's just.
I think it's just Kaido, man. Like Kaido is the
biggest. Shanks is stronger than Kaido.
He doesn't have a black blade.
Mihawk and Shanks.
Kaido have a black blade.
I don't care what y'all say.
Kaido got a black Kanabo. That's more than enough.
Mihawk and Shanks are near equals, if not equal.
Yes, they're near
equals. I don't care what y'all say.
And both of them beat Kaido, in my opinion.
Easily. Oh, okay. No.
I don't know about easily now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, Shanks might have... He definitely has better hockey, but I think Mihawk has the way stronger sword. But I'm trying to think, it's like, it's not even close. Because just for the fact that it's a black blade.
But I don't give a fuck about no sword, my nigga.
Mihawk has better observation. Mihawk has better speed. Mihawk has a better sword.
So Vista must be fucking him, bro.
No, Vista must be the guy, man.
Yo, do you see on Twitter that someone posted like
No,
the
bro,
most
let's just-
controversial power scaling moments. It's like Vista. It's like Dragon sweating. It's like a bunch of funny ones.
Nah, I feel like motherfuckers sleep on the fact that Crocodile blocked Mihawk's Black Blade.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
just saying,
Yeah,
that's
very,
worse than the
very
Vista
true.
shit to me, bro. Because Croc lost to pre-gear Luffy.
So does that mean that Alabasta Luffy can?
I can name 2 times. I can name 2 times Shanks has been harmed. Name 1 time Mihawk has been harmed.
Man,
When
baby,
did Shanks
hit
get
chapter.
harmed?
By a Sea King
By a fish.
and
No, he
by a,
didn't know. He
by
no,
a
no, no,
fucking
he
by a
didn't
fish.
know.
scrub ass Blackbeard.
The
A
Sea
scrub
King
ass
was
Blackbeard.
hungry and he gave him
Here's
his
here's
arm.
here's something I can get behind for Zoro. I think if they let Zoro fight all the Vice Admirals, he solos them.
No, he's not, bro. Stop it, bro.
With
Wait. I
That's
think
not
you're
Baroque
sleeping.
works, my nigga.
I think you're sleeping
Hey,
on
bro,
some
I'm
of
just-
the Vice Admirals, bro. The Vice Admirals might be busted.
Yeah, no, the Vice Admirals look decent.
Dude,
Especially
like,
But one of the
top
main
tier-
Vice Admiral was the one from Enos Lobby.
The top
he's a
tier
scrub.
Vice Admirals are probably like right under Admiral.
No, I
That
feel
would
like
only make
No,
I feel like if
Bro,
there are any
what?
admirals
Why
there
would they
that are
not be?
candidates
No.
to become admiral, any vice admirals that are candidates to become admirals, they might be them, bro. You feel me?
Bro,
I'm
it's
saying we
definitely-
saw the guy in his lobby. He didn't really do much.
Perona
He allowed
slapped
Straw Hats to
Mihawk?
escape.
Really? Mihawk was harmed by
Corona.
Perona?
Corona never slapped me out. Let's
Oh,
come on.
I don't know,
Come
bro. Dude
on.
get scared around the bad bitches, bro.
Okay, you want to play that
I'm not
game
gonna lie.
bro? After
I
that
would've
recent
said that.
information about Shanks?
What? That he,
Nah, bro,
he,
Perona-
he
He ain't
trying to
interested
go
in
after
women.
hoes?
He ain't
He
interested-
got a
He ain't
baby.
interested in women. That ain't his baby. That's Ben Beckman's baby.
All right, man.
That's
Yo,
Ben Beckman. Big
Nah,
Beckman.
the fact that baby can already recognize Luffy's face is fucking nuts.
It might be Shanks.
There's been some crazy dick riding going on in Fuchsia Village, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
There's
very,
some
very
baby,
true.
bro. That baby can't walk.
Bro.
Nah, bro, he's the hometown hero. Come
Bro,
on.
How
Man.
can
No,
the baby
no,
recognize his
like-
name?
No, but not according to
From
the mayor.
pictures.
But the mayor loves Garp, bro. The mayor like made Garp out to be like he's the next Joy Boy.
Groovy just
Well,
made a
she's-
great point.
Hey, yo,
He said if
What?
the vice
What?
admirals were so strong that they wouldn't have had to draft admiral replacements. That's a great point, actually.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
that
you
is
know,
that is a very.
I mean, but you
sound
gotta think about how legendary Greenbeard probably was.
No,
and
sh-
Fujitora
no,
as
no,
well.
no,
Some
no,
shit
no,
you
no.
just can't stack up against. You
Oh,
feel me?
I'm not saying that they're as strong as an admiral.
They said
I'm just saying they're like at the level under an admiral, but not enough to be an admiral, which is why they had actual strong admiral level people be added into the admiral.
Street says that's Whoop Slap's baby, bro.
Oops, last baby's crazy.
Ace's
Whoop
baby.
Slap is a
What-
theme.
What's going on?
Nah, that just didn't make any sense.
Didn't he
Hey,
watch
did
her
this-
grow up?
Oh my
Come
God.
on, bro.
Oh, this is-
He watched Makino grow up, bro.
Who,
Did he
Whoop Slap?
not?
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
no,
you were
he
talking about-
literally did.
Yeah, some other shit.
hey, so
Let's
I think we should get back to the chapter, man.
get
Yeah, please, let's get.
And I'm looking at this panel. I honestly, I think this is my favorite panel in AK so far.
Some about the Straw Hats panel.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
one of my
Yeah, bro.
favorites.
I was like, nah, there's no way he has Zoro looking this cold, bro.
Bro, in the group chat on Twitter, did I not say I already know that double spread is gonna slap?
Oh, this is crazy.
He's
It's
Yeah.
such that Robin and Frankie are not here because they're the only
Frank-
two ones missing.
Frankie is
Frankie is there. Yeah, Frankie is there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
Who is it? Robin and someone else?
it's
Stussy.
Robin,
Stussy.
Kaku, Stussy.
Yeah,
So-
they go. Yeah, she might have.
Where do y'all think they at?
They might have. Well, in his lobby, bro. She probably joined CP0.
If I think that's like because with Vegapunk he has a lot of information, so I feel like Robin could be just looking into some ancient history.
Yeah,
Into
just
some-
finding
some-
Vegapunk's old like Void Century research.
Yeah, for sure.
Just so you know, Robin betraying the crew is still heavily on the table.
Hell
Come
no.
No, bro, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
I just want y'all to
Hell
know that,
no.
bro.
Ah,
I just want you to
Robin-
know, keep it on your
Robin
mind,
was-
bro, because it could happen.
Robin was the one that told us in Punk Hazard, like, you gotta watch these pirates. I'm thinking, yo, y'all gotta watch that lady. I'm with you, Zane.
why are we still doing this to Robin,
Bro.
I'm
bro?
just saying, bro, keep an eye on her. That's all you
No,
gotta
bro.
keep an eye on her, bro.
Why?
Because
Yo.
After all we've been through.
yeah,
No,
she's
that-
gonna get what she wants. She's the type of person to get what she wants. I'm
Zane,
not saying
please tell me you're trolling, please.
no. I'm not saying she would betray them, but I'm not saying
You cut out. You cut out.
Zane, I want you to go close to your
don't be
microphone and say,
surprised that she does.
Prince, I am trolling right now. Please. Because
I'm
there's
not
no
trolling.
way you actually.
Why would
believe this.
Why would she betray them?
Because she wants to know the history of the world, and the history of the world is more important than friendship to her.
But she can still know the history if they head to Elbaf right now.
Bro, she knows Luffy is the one, bro. She knows.
I don't know if this was anime only, but did Aokiji not say watch out for her?
I mean, he said a lot of
Bro,
shit.
that was in the arc.
That was
The
a
same
long
nigga
term.
just joined the Blackbeard Pirates, bro. I don't think I need to listen to his word, dog.
All I'm saying, hey, he could be undercover for some shit. It could be some justified stuff. So,
I need to ask y'all a question.
what's up?
You gonna rate the chapter?
Yeah, that, and also another question.
So that wasn't the question.
That definitely wasn't the question.
No problem.
All right, what we looking at? Zane, talk to me. 1 to 10.
This was a solid. I give it just
Chat.
for the last panel, bro. For the last panel, I'm gonna give it an 8.5, bro.
Smooth.
Bro,
smooth,
stole my
smooth.
rating.
Chat, rate the chapter too as well. I know I saw a couple ones. Saw TJ with all them damn numbers up there like some bullshit. But yeah, JJ, 1 to 10. Give me a TCB and an OP scans rating.
One more time.
So give me a TCB and an OP scans rating.
That's messed up.
Oh boy, nah.
Hey,
OP
OP
fans,
get
they hollered at us, early in the game. We appreciate the love, but I think y'all was a little hasty with this chapter. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I was reading, and my eyes was hurting a tad. But I would say on an OP scan level, this chapter was like 3.4. Wait, let me get my
Oh my god.
3.4. What's the number for pi? That was the chapter how OP did it. Like the number for pi.
3.1459265.
TCB came in after the fact, cross some T's, dot some I's. And I felt like it was a quality setup chapter. I don't feel like it's really anything too hype. I wouldn't be surprised if now that we've seen this, we happen to go back in time, because everything that we saw in regards to 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚑𝚝, we knew the end result before we knew what happened, beforehand. Same thing with the Reverie, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of moving with the same energy with this. I feel like it's a nice setup, so I'm going to just say like a 7.5. I don't really think it was like hype, but I think it was very entertaining, and I was, happy to see a coherent chapter. Shout out to TCB. I appreciate y'all.
Show you right. All right, Prince, talk to me.
I'm gonna have to mirror Zane here and say I got it at an 8.5, man. I really do think that this chapter was decent. The definitive shift in gears when it dropped all of a sudden that York is completely being bodied was hella funny to me. But just in general, even before all the lore drops, we didn't even discuss it. Emu and all the Mother Flame business, and then going into Garp, Fuchsia Village, and then the impacts it has. At first, with all the tsunamis and earthquake stuff with the sea, I thought it was actually Blackbeard using his fruit. But then I saw that it was the Mother Flame and stuff like that. So it was a very interesting chapter lore-wise. So that's why I'll give it an 8.5.
Prince, preach. Here we go. Preach.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Bonnie, we didn't talk about that yet, but I guess we know now that Bonnie is a kid, right? It's an interesting reveal.
Everybody's getting Chris Hansen.
I really like the panel of Kizaru with Vegapunk and Sentomaru. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that tiny little flashback, that was dope.
So Kizaru has just had his fruit for an insanely long time, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's definitely awakened, bro.
Yeah, it was a good chapter, man. It was a good chapter. The Mother Flame stuff, a lot of good stuff with theories for sure. But I just can't wait to see the actual fighting and stuff, and to know what happened even in the previous, like we said with the Seraphim. I want to know more what's going on. But setting up the big event, I think it was good.
One more thing before you give yours, Crow. I just wanted to shout out my boy Dak, yo. I jumped into his live reaction to the stream and he cracked me up, yo. He was like, "This is an easy 10," and the first thing he said was, "We got to see Laboon." Like that mess tickled me.
Hey, but that's facts though. We got to see Laboon. That was dope. We got to see Iceberg. Since someone would see
but-
Iceberg.
And it just feels good to see the Straw Hats again too.
Also, it's good to see a Luffy again being like mentioned formally as an emperor. It just always looks hella
Yeah, no, bro, that's true because the Straw Hats really do feel like a Yonko crew, bro. The way they move is different, and I like to see it too because for a long time, the Straw Hats were kind of underdogs in a way, but now the way they move is just different, bro. It's like you really feel like they earned that title of a Yonko crew.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
You at Crow?
8.5 as well.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say before. I'm not biting y'all niggas. That was already my mind state. But yeah, it was a dope return. That's the best possible return I could see. I saw everybody was like, man, if we go back to Egghead and Luffy and Zoro and them still fighting them damn Seraphim, I'm gonna be pissed off. And then I seen we went back to Egghead and they wasn't fighting no more. And motherfuckers was like, man, what happened to the Seraphim, bro? You know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm glad because I didn't feel like it felt like the pacing that we've seen so far with all the stuff with Garp and Shanks and Cross Guild, everything would have felt like it was grinded right back to a halt if we would have went right back to seeing Luffy and Zoro and Sanji, not really, but trying to figure out how to hurt these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I think that at the end of the last time we saw it, when Zoro finally figured it out, that made it an easy W, and shit was smooth after that. So, yeah, 8.5. I think one of my favorite things was just, I always love the chapters where we get everyone else's reactions to shit going on in the world. And seeing the Don and everybody else reading about Luffy, like, bro, Luffy is out here, he doing his thing, you feel me? He wilding, but he doing his thing. I wonder what he planning, and it's just dope to see it. Because I love everyone else's reaction to Luffy becoming what he's becoming. So, big 8.5 for me. I'm thinking next chapter, hopefully we actually get the siege started or whatever. OP scans came through with some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know what was going on. Some crazy typos. I'm like, they call my boy a slave. Kizu, y'all know Kizu was my favorite non-straw hat character. Damn near beside like Kobe or whatever. They call this nigga a slave. I'm like, come on, man. But yeah,
Yo, I got blown up on Twitter for that.
No,
I don't know how Gio does it, bro, because I can't even reply to there's just too much going on in the comments, and I can't even
you said you
see
know
what's
how
going
who
on.
do it?
I don't know how Gio does it, bro. Like this dude
Bro,
likes
they be-
or
they
he
be
comments on the one thing and it's
scrolling,
crazy in there, bro. So,
I mean, it's all like, bro, I don't understand the
his
Geo
pull on
hate,
Twitter is insane.
but man, they be going crazy, bro. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about this cover page, bro. That's a letter from Sanji, bro. So he was trying to see what Nami's reaction was gonna be. It ain't like he on some creep shit, like spying on her, bro. He
Bro,
was
this
like,
was-
I'm sending a letter to Nami. Let me see how she gonna feel about it. Y'all ain't never had your homeboy go get a girl in the elementary school. Give her a little note for you. You be like, let me see how she feeling when she read it. That's the same shit, bro.
Bro, yeah, but he's not in elementary school.
Yeah, bro's a grown ass
He's a grown.
He's a pirate, bro.
He's a grown ass man.
He's a pot. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This might be my favorite thing of the entire chapter.
It was funny as
This
hell.
made me laugh so hard.
And then, yeah, that's another thing with OPC. They just didn't fucking translate it at all. So it was like, what does it say?
Bro,
It looks
Nami
very
did him
bad.
dirty, bro.
She hit him with it.
Bro,
that
Nami
crazy
constantly be
curve.
doing Sanji
He
dirty. Though.
need
I love
to
Nami.
focus.
Because
not talking
I'm starting to
about the bad
rewatch
times.
One Piece
That's some
again,
old
and
shit.
like I'm seeing it in the beginning, bro. Like from the get go, Nami been doing Sanji dirty.
I felt like he should have sent that letter to Robin. She would have been much more receptive. You know what I'm saying? She would have came out there and kicked it with my boy.
She would've been nice about it.
Shawty here ain't it, man. I don't
It would have
fucking
definitely
with
been
her.
platonic, but she still would have low key kicked.
She's
it.
she's more polite.
It ain't
Yeah.
about being polite. She would have enjoyed the time with my boy.
Already sleep.
Yo, you remember when Nami made Sanji guard her trees?
Yeah.
And he was standing out there fighting Zoro.
Bruh.
Bro,
All right, I do want to address, like, I saw a fake spoiler, right, for this chapter, and I thought it was the craziest spoiler. And like some people were telling me when I was like reacting to this chapter, like, "Oh my God, Prince, this can be a next level chapter." And I'm like, I hope it's not this fake spoiler I saw. But let's just read the chapter and see. The fake spoiler was that somehow Nami ate Big Mom's fruit. And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, so that's what I saw, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, I gotta leave. And then I read the chapter, and then I was like, wait, Nami's doing nothing in this chapter except for talking in the last panel. That's it.
We do get to see y'all drawing sea charts, though. You know, motherfuckers been begging for pictures of her in these sea charts, saying it ruins her character. Even though it's a cover story, it don't matter. She got me see it.
It's true.
Kizaru is stronger than Fujito and Green Bull. I mean, I agree. I'm not even gonna argue that. I don't think it's much though.
No, it's a very minimal difference, but like if you want to think about it in the grand scheme of things, yes, he is stronger.
Because I feel like he got more experience. He's been around since for a while. What the fuck was Fujitora and Green Bull doing before they became admirals? We need some information on these boys.
We need some context because we know what Vice Admiral Borsellino was doing, and that's Hoenn Arlong. So. And he still had his life root, I'm pretty sure, at that time.
So what's up with Saturn, bro? Is Saturn a fraud?
Bro,
Saturn could be a fraud.
Saturn might not fight, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Saturn's gonna fight.
Why y'all say that?
I think he told he don't want him to be known that he's there and shit. I'm thinking.
I think he's gonna be forced to fight, bro.
Yeah, and it's like at the end of the arc.
Oh no! When they introduced Saturn, he said, "Yeah, don't let them know I'm here." But then when he's talking to that vice admiral and he's talking about there's no way to get in and out, Saturn hit you with the ... like ain't no way for y'all to get in and out. But let me show y'all what this fruit about. Like, nah, y'all gotta peep that.
No, I genuinely think that he's not about that action.
I really do think that Dragon is gonna come and kill Saturn, bro.
Kill Saturn?
Or
I would think that would be dope.
Hold him off, maybe. I know that sounds like major coping because niggas been praying for Dragon to do something.
Yeah.
But I mean, hearing him talking to Vegapunk on the phone, and then I think the setup with Kizaru and 9 Vice Admirals is just too perfect for that to not be what the Straw Hats do. You know what I'm saying? I think it's definitely gonna be maybe the higher end Vice Admirals. You know what I'm saying? We got some Admiral candidates up here. If I had to guess, maybe Zoro fights the coolest looking one because that's always the case. And whatever one looks the lamest, that's gonna be who Sanji fight.
The one who has like the derpiest design.
The big ass, the fucking 5 chins. Yeah. Dragon equal Bogart. Come on, bro. Yo, that's nasty, man. But yeah.
Looking at these vice admirals on this chapter, do y'all got any expectations for any of them here? I'm going to tell y'all right now.
I already hate them.
Jesus.
Huh?
What
the only one I like is Doll.
Yeah,
is that a giant right there? A giant on the right side?
Pretty privileged, bro. Talking next to Doll, I think that is a giant.
He could be cool.
I'm calling it my guy at the very bottom, all the way to the right with the shades on. I think that's going to be the menace right there. I don't know much about it. Well, we already know Doll and the guy to her left, he's kind of whack. But my man at the very bottom to the right, I'm calling he's the strongest out of all these 9. I'm calling it right now. Maybe Or's the 4th over here, but I'm really looking at the one with the extra beard.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, let's try to just do some predictions for who. If this is what happens, and the 9 Straw Hats face against these 9 Vice Admirals. Let's try to place who fights who. Right, we got 2 women off the flap, so I mean that should be.
So Sanji's fighting Doll.
Let's stop it. All right. Oda keep doing this shit where Sanji just somehow finds his way in front of the woman every arc. I'm gonna be mad as fuck. Like, bro, let's just fight, dude. But
nah, he's gonna see Doll and not fight, bro. I'm telling you.
Definitely simp for her for a little bit. But Robin and Doll, let's say Nami and the O's shot it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you're saying Zoro is the strongest, not Zoro, you're saying Barter Right is the strongest, I'm assuming that, so you think Zoro gonna fight Jinbei? I mean, damn, why did I call this nigga Jinbei?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And I think Top Right's gonna fight Jinbei because he looks like an old head too.
I'm thinking dude at the top left, that looked like a Frankie battle right there.
That dude, he has Frankie shades on too.
think so? All right.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah,
left,
Frankie for
Frankie.
sure.
Bottom right, Zoro. Top right, I'm looking at he might be a giant, so this might be a good time to bring back Monster Point Chopper.
Yeah, or Robin too. Robin with
Yeah,
I was
the
Robin.
thinking he was like
big Robin.
And then
He was a
does
Jinbei
that?
Oh, Jinbei
Hey.
too. Jinbei works. Okay, maybe the bottom left is a giant for Monster Point Chopper. What y'all say?
Yeah. That could be the case.
An
What about
orange
Mr.
giant, yeah.
Chad Face in the middle?
Yeah, I think honestly that's
That's
what
a
I got for
Sanji fight.
Sanji, yeah, I said the same thing. He looks
That's
like a
a,
Sanji
yeah,
fight,
he
bro.
looks like Sanji.
Because to me, it's either Chad Face or a man with 5 chins.
Yeah, it's one
And
of
then
those.
that's
Like I
Sanji's
said, it's
fight.
either the goofiest fucking design, and if it's the dude with the Chad face, he's gonna fight like a fucking weirdo. It's always
This-
something. He can't never fight nobody cool, bro.
This old looking guy, I think he looks old, so I'll give it to Brooke in the bottom.
Yeah.
With
Marine
glasses.
hat.
Yeah. No, with
Actually,
the
that's
glass.
Little oars.
No, the second one.
Oh, I thought that was a woman. I thought that's who I was saying.
That's a
That was
woman,
gonna
isn't it?
fight.
Man, bro.
That's a man.
That ain't no man.
So who the hell is Nami fighting then?
Non-binary, yo.
Non-binary. That's a non-binary. Right there.
Or it's the
We'll
old
figure
one.
it out.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
You can't be assuming people genders on here, bro.
Yeah.
What about Doberman, bro?
Oberman fights the reindeer.
Okay. A
I
Vice
got the
Admiral
dude with the
versus-
I got the dude with the marine hat fighting Brooke though. Sword on sword. Pause.
Oh my god.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Yo, come on, dude.
I think.
Let's-
I mean, what about Robin? She could fight one of these because
I mean, I got
he was at Ena's lobby, right?
to my Doberman.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, if he was at Ennius lobby, then like he might be like, "Oh, Robin, we're gonna get you this time," and then boom, right there, like new.
Yeah, I
demon
think you
form
leave
and
Dawn
shit
for
like that.
Nami, honestly.
Toyota is a good point. Vice Admiral versus Zoro and Sanji's belittling. They deserve to fight with Kizaru. In my
Actually, to
opinion,
be fair,
I agree.
Oh, wait, I was gonna say based
Bonnie
on
or Lucci or Kaku or someone.
yeah,
based
'cause
on the
they gotta
build
fight
of
you.
Mr. / Mrs. Non-binary, they look small. So if that's the case, then they could be a chopper opponent.
Yeah, maybe they got some shit that make them big. Oh no.
I'm about to say
Pause,
this,
bro.
'cause
I mean, yeah, they have to have. I mean, some of them have devil fruits on
That
them.
nigga said sword on sword, bro. I had to write down the timestamp for that, bro. I'm gonna clip that shit, bro.
don't do that, man.
Nah, that's the first clip we will upload.
Bro, what? That is hilarious, bro.
Like as soon as it came out my mouth, I was like, "Oh Lord."
No
Oh,
way.
bro.
I'm still in shock that he said it.
My bad, dog. I couldn't hold it in no more, but I had to, when I was writing down the time stuff, I was like, nah, bro.
Focus.
Jesus Christ, bro. But yeah, if
Hey, I'm changing the subject, man. You getting on my nerves.
let's talk about Kizaru, bro. Let's talk about Kizaru.
Oh, okay.
Okay, either we get Kizaru versus Luffy, or Zoro versus Kizaru, or Zoro and Sanji versus Kizaru. Let's everybody vote on which one of those they think is gonna happen. I'm start with you, Preach, from the bottom to the top this time.
I think if it's the main fight, it's Zoro and Sanji.
And Luffy Saturn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Prince.
I think Luffy will clash with Kizaru, but not for the whole fight.
Yeah, Prince, go ahead.
Get your composure, Crow.
I think it might be the reverse. So Zoro and Sanji goes ahead. Maybe Zoro goes first because of what happened in Sabayori. But I think Luffy's gonna finish it instead, and Saturn's a non-combatant. Because I feel like these 9 vice admirals, 9 straw hats, and then their 1 captain is facing the 1 admiral, which is Kizaru. Yeah.
That's fair. Priest just got kicked out,
Damn.
but he'll be back. JJ, talk to me.
So I mean, I see the 10 versus 10, and it definitely makes sense. But then when you think about everything else that's going on in the island, maybe some of the, I'll be calling them father straw hats. Just Frankie handling, a battleship or 2 or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. we gotta see Zoro get some kind of get back on Kizaru. Like the way he clamped my boy aside by Odie, like it's about time he come catch that fade one time. So I wouldn't be mad. And can we please let's get some kind of teamwork in these fights? How long has it been since we really had some teamwork in a straw hat fight? It's been too long, so I wouldn't mind at all seeing Zoro and Sanji versus Kizaru, and then Luffy versus Saturn. I mean, that's something that's going to really catch the world's attention. And then maybe Luffy takes that L from Saturn, and then that's when Dragon comes in and saves the day. So it's a lot of opportunities here, but I just really feel like Zoro, there's nobody here on Zoro's level outside of Kizaru and Saturn. Let Zoro get that for real fight, man. We got to see Emma at that next level.
You know what? I actually want to piggyback over JJ's idea because I think it's great, and it's the Zoro-Sanji team up. I think that Zoro-san and Sanji can team up against Kizaru but fail, and then Luffy comes in and sweeps to like take the 1v1 matchup between Kizaru, right? But because they failed as a team together to beat Kizaru, it's gonna set up them doing like some kind of 2v2 team up against Blackbeard's crew. And that's where they figure out how to like properly get chemistry and team up to win for the sake of like helping out Luffy beat a crew or like win a battle or something like that.
Zane, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. You been chilling, big dog. You ain't drinking, is you?
Yeah, just chilling, listening.
You know, Zane be getting down on Fridays, man.
Oh, he definitely getting down.
All right, talk to me. What you got? Zoro, Sanji, Zoro, or Luffy?
So at this point, bro, I'm thinking it's gonna end up being Luffy and Kizaru, just because Oda has placed an emphasis on Kizaru's determination and how strong he is. We've seen it since the start of Wano, or not the start, in Wano, that Kizaru had no fear to an island Big Mom and Kaido were staying. This is in comparison with other admirals.
Oh, you cut out.
Like and subscribe.
You said this is in comparison to other admirals, and then you cut out.
I say, like compared to Green Bull, for
oh my
example.
fucking gosh, I should have just said nothing, bro. I knew that's what you was gonna say. No,
Green Bull was scared of Kaido alone. Kizaru was ready to go fight Big Kaido at the time with Luffy there. Wait, did they know?
I don't think they knew Luffy was there yet.
Well, regardless, he was wanting to go there. No, I'm not saying he.
No, you cutting out again.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know, bro. I don't want to keep talking.
Cut out again.
Damn.
Just get out the call and then come back in.
Yeah, that should be tripping.
Try that.
All right, well, he's gone. Well, I'll go ahead and let him go back. Actually, that wouldn't make sense to just usurp him like that.
That's pretty fucking trash, bro.
Sorry. No, we hear you now.
No, you good.
Where was I at?
The internet be acting
You
up,
talking
man.
about Kizaru and how it's a different situation with the different admirals and stuff like that?
You were saying that
Oh,
Kizaru
yeah.
Like
was
fearless
confident
and stuff
enough
like that.
to go to.
You were saying they didn't know that Luffy was there.
I think Oda is placing emphasis on how strong Kizaru is. So I think it would only make sense for someone like Luffy to fight Kizaru. Because I'm going to be honest, bro. I got Kizaru near Yonko level, if not damn near there. I think the OG admirals are just different.
Same here.
And I know a lot of people like to downplay Aokiji because of recent events, but this is Garp we're talking about, bro. Like, we're not talking about some random ass marine or pirate. We're talking about the legendary hero Garp. Even in old age, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, he's still, if not Yonko threat, like maybe high YC1. Still though.
Nah,
I wouldn't put him high YC1 either. He has
to be young. He has to be Yonko.
It's the same
level,
with Whitebeard. Remember what I was saying? Whitebeard to start a fight, he's fucking Admiral level. I mean Yonko level, but Whitebeard was 6, so his endurance is gonna be not nearly as good as the other ones.
For sure, but Garp isn't
better.
even
He's
close.
better, and that's why.
Yeah.
So he's even closer.
And the thing is, you can still be Yonko level, but not be able to compete with the top Yonko, like say Kaido or Luffy now, for example.
Or Shanks.
Like, yeah, but you can still be in the realm of Yonko.
Now, I think that people was clowning. Was that King of Lightning that said like upper tier Yonko or something? Somebody was probably
high end Yonko.
High end Yonko. People was clowning him, bro. But I think
Nah,
that's
bro,
legit.
that's
he's
real,
right,
bro.
bro. He's been cooking that for years now, and I think he's right.
He's definitely legit.
He's talking about like Kaido,
Versus
Primebeard,
like Green Bull.
Kaido, Primebeard, and
Shanks.
Shanks, I guess.
I'd say.
Versus like Green Bull and Fujitora.
And then Luffy is like mid tier Yonko. Luffy and Blackbeard. That's where I put them at.
And Big Mom, and well, I say Luffy and Blackbeard. I think Mihawk is stronger than Luffy and Blackbeard right now, right? But Mihawk is like right there below the high end area.
I agree.
But he's stronger than he's the strongest one in the middle end area, right? Well, not middle end, but the middle area. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Is that hating?
Kinda.
It's kind of true though, because we just haven't like the problem with Mihawk too is it's just such a hard character to power skill because he hasn't really been doing much. Like he's just been sitting around for like.
This is my
He's just
same
been sitting
theory.
around.
But that's the whole point of his character, bro.
Yeah, no, that is the whole point.
How
That's true.
strong he is. He is
I get
never
that.
fazed by anybody.
But this is my
My
thing.
thing
matter
is,
who it is.
does that mean that he had to be either or like I guess if he was stronger than Shanks in the past, it kind of makes sense. But if he wasn't, if they were always really that close, then I feel like Shanks surpassed him.
In an SBS, was it an SBS or a data book? It was one of the two. Which one does Oda draw more into, the SBS or data books? Do y'all know?
He does the SBS himself. For sure.
Okay.
SBS is he answers himself.
I'm almost certain this was an SBS where he was talking about how Mihawk and Shanks are still rivals to this day. It's not some back in the day type shit. They're still rivals to this day.
In name, sure, but if they haven't fought in 12 years, can you just?
And
like,
Mihawk didn't
But
want to.
why would Oda emphasize them being rivals if they weren't comparable in power?
They're still comparable, but everyone in Yonko, even when we talk about high end, middle, and low end Yonko, all of them are comparable in power. Big Mom fight Kaido for 3 days, even if Kaido was bullshitting or whatever. But that don't mean that he's just like, you know what I'm saying? Mihawk is definitely like if Shanks is a 10 out of 10 in strength, Mihawk is like a 9.5. But I just think that
No, I think he's like a 9.8.
Yeah,
That's
9.8. 9.8. I could be fine with 9.8 because that's minuscule and it doesn't really determine a battle.
Exactly. And in fact, with most of these battles,
all I'm
it's
saying,
honestly
bro.
based on environment and situation.
and I think
That,
them
like,
two niggas,
either-
they just
either
sword-
one
they
could
just
win.
using swords. I mean, Mihawk taught Shanks future sight doing those battles.
That little fake ass little silver
Griffin.
sword he got. You know what I'm saying?
Griffin.
That little silver sword, you know what I'm saying? It's not
The
black.
biggest hype I've heard from Mihawk in the SBS was when Oda was like, it was a weird question about penises, and Oda was like, getting hit in the balls. That's what it was. And
Oh, he was comparing Whitebeard.
yeah, he was like, can you
Y'all
imagine legends like Shanks, Mihawk, and Whitebeard hitting each other in the balls? Like, so he definitely is up there, though. You feel me? But I just think
Let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see.
But my thing, this is why I have Mihawk where I have him, right? Zoro is going to defeat Mihawk in the current timeline of One Piece. And I don't see Zoro going into that fight being as strong as, like, let's say another, like a big, like, who would he have defeated before that to say that he's on the level of Kaido and Big Mom by beating Mihawk? You know what I'm saying? Like, once he surpasses and equals Mihawk, that will put him in that middle Yonko tier. But he has to come into the fight lower than that and take him to extreme diff.
And that's, I don't know, bro. I don't think Mihawk is in the realm of Big Mom. And that's where I have Big Mom in. Like, Big Mom now, not Prime Big Mom. I don't know how strong she was.
In my
But
opinion,
Big Mom
Prime Big Mom
now,
and Big Mom
she's
is
she's
similar.
in mid-tier Yonko. And I don't have Mihawk anywhere. Mihawk clears her, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, the only reason Mihawk clears Big Mom though is because of her mental side. Like
Well,
that's
what
the
are we
only
talking
reason.
about?
Because strength wise,
She was completely coherent against Kid and Law. Completely coherent.
But
Bro,
we're
she
talking about
was.
decision making.
no. Yeah, I'm saying like Big Mom has clearly shown that the older
Oh,
she got,
but
she got.
in the heat of battle for Kaido, for example, and Kid in Law, for example, she was completely 100% coherent. She wasn't like in a big like her crazy mode. She wasn't in
That's
any
fair.
type of
That's
mode,
fair.
bro.
But when
She
we
was
say
trying
when we
to-
say
during the
when we
race,
say
she
Big
went into
Mom was
mother
tripping,
mode.
well, she did go.
Should we not talking over each other?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But when we say Big Mom was tripping during that fight, everybody says she was tripping because she didn't use advanced conquerors hockey. She was literally sitting there punching the shit out them boys, but wasn't using her strongest possible punch. When right before that, she used that to one shot page one for some reason. So when people say Big Mom is a weaker Yonko, it's because she doesn't make good decisions. It's not just because like she don't got to go in her crazy hunger pain mode for us to say that she's weaker than them. It's just that we believe when she fights, she's not an efficient fighter. She's too reliant on her devil fruit, or she just does stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm gonna say something, and you probably won't agree, but that was pure plot convenience because she fought Kaido for how long? How many days? She fought Kaido for 3 days straight. You're telling me she didn't use Advanced Conquerors hockey at least almost half the time?
I'm agreeing with you. So the thing is, she just makes stupid decisions. Like you
No,
walk
but
out,
I
you
don't-
get off the rooftop, and you go use Advanced Conquerors hockey on page one. Even
That
if it's
is
plot
more of a-
convenience, we have to go off what we have, though, right? We can't
I
just
can
make
agree
something
with
up. You
that,
can say
but
that
It's not
You have
really.
to
I don't think it's
choose
plot
the lane.
convenience because
It
page
is
one
plot-
isn't really that strong.
Bro, but it doesn't matter. If she saw any, bro, she knew. She literally acknowledged Law after his first attack.
Mhm.
Did she not? She literally said it hurt. Like, I hate this ability because it actually affects me.
That's fair.
But-
I mean, but this is the thing, right? What has
But
been
let's be
emphasized
real,
with Big
bro.
Mom?
You can't really blame Big Mom in that situation because that's a writing fault from Oda.
That can be
100%.
said. That can be stated. But I'm saying, since we first met Big Mom, what is the number one thing that has been shown about her? She
mental
makes
state.
stupid decisions, and she has a terrible mental state.
She
So
has
her
amnesia.
fighting Kid in Law and not doing her absolute strongest attack can be chalked up to that. You can say it's bad writing, but you can also look at Big Mom and say she was dumb enough in this fight to not use it because she just makes bad decisions.
But that stigma only stems from Big Mom when she's actually insane. Like, it's not like normal Big Mom is terrible at making decisions. We've seen how she acts when she's normal. Whenever she's in that crazy mode, she's acting, irrationally because it's just her mental state is fucked up.
Yo,
Should I be
think about
dressing
it.
like that?
No, what I'm saying, like,
Sorry, my bad.
the fact that she allowed Law to put her in a bubble where she couldn't even do anything, and she just falls to her doom. It's like Big Mom should be able to break out of that. She should be able to avoid that. Use future sight. Like, there's different ways that she could have won that fight, and she lost just because of poor decision making and
She
not
lost
taking the
because it
fight
was bad
serious.
writing, bro. She lost because of bad writing.
But this is the
Oda,
thing. When you write a my
Oda-
bad, Mike. Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't mean to talk.
No,
over
you good. It was me. I thought you was done. That's you good.
Oda. Listen, I'm not saying Oda's a bad writer at all, but with Big Mom in that fight with Kid in Law, there was so many plot conveniences, bro. And you can't really argue that there wasn't because she 100% could use Advanced Conquerors hockey. And that's
true.
not a detriment to her mental state because it didn't apply to her mental state at the time. It applied to Oda's writing.
I don't think that's bad. I don't think plot convenience is bad writing. I just think it was just a part of because Big Mom's character has always had these things like amnesia, like how we said with page one, just one shot in page one. There was a lot of things where it's like, why is Big Mom going into mother mode during the raid after she fought with Kaido and the supernova and stuff? So there's always been, like, if you want to say it's bad writing, I mean, it could be, but it's still part of her character.
Yeah, it's still consistent with her, with what she does. Because even on the rooftop, when she got separated from them, she was looking goofy as fuck when what Kid did to Prometheus, and she's falling
Bro,
to her death, and she wasn't in no
Jinbei-
insane state
I have
then.
one question.
Jinbei and Robin rolled her off of what was it in the anime where they rolled her off?
Are
Yeah, and Frankie
Yeah.
wrote the thing on her
Frankie,
face.
yeah, bro. It's like
but listen, I have one question for you. Are Kid in Law stronger than Page One and Ulti?
yeah,
Yes.
of course.
So why did Big Mom choose to use Advanced Conquerors Hockey against Page One and Ulti, but not Kid in Law? And she knows damn well that they're 10 times stronger than
Because she
But
makes
that's
dumb
why, because
decisions.
it's
That's
mother
the
mode,
thing.
bro. It's
She
like
does
mother
dumb
mode.
shit.
You got pissed off and
No,
wanted to
no.
defend Tama, and
Yeah,
then
that
when it's
too.
Kid in Law, he's not even
No.
taking she's not taking it serious.
She
No,
was she
bro.
went into mother
There's-
mode to save Tama, and she used advanced conquerors. Her absolute strongest attack. That should tell you that when
She
her
got
mental
mad.
state affects what she does in fights. She got pissed off and used the strongest thing we've probably seen from her. Maybe Mother Misery or whatever is on par with it. But in that fight, when she was making she does stupid shit, bro. I feel like that's the biggest.
That's the point. Yeah, that's what we're trying
If
to
I
say.
write in a character that does dumb shit, I can't be surprised when she does dumb shit. Like, I
She's
can't
just
say that's
dumb.
bad writing. That's just consistent with who he created. He created Big Mom, a character that has terrible mental habits or health or whatever. Amnesia, just does stupid shit, and is the biggest thing that would to damage her on Whole Cake Island was to try to get her in a weird emotional state. So I
Did
feel
I
like
cut out?
did you?
Even what was at the end of Whole Cake? It was wedding cake. Even that, it was like we saw her have a complete mental breakdown.
Like,
But she didn't have a breakdown with Kid in Law, so that doesn't.
But that
even
doesn't
matter.
mean just because she didn't have a breakdown doesn't mean she still does.
She's still
make
mentally
dumb
insane,
decisions.
though, like-
She's still stupid, bro.
What gave you the implication that she was mentally
The
unstable?
way that Oda passed every time she's on screen, damn near she does something dumb, bro.
Yeah, because
And something crazy, bro.
Oda had to come up with reasons to get her out of a situation because
No,
he
but bro,
knew
we
if
saw-
he gave her Advanced Conquerors Hockey, it would be over.
Throughout Whole Cake and Wano, we saw hunger pains when she's introduced. Then we see wedding cake,
She
a
didn't-
mental.
She didn't
A
have
mental
any of
breakdown.
She
those
didn't have
during
one.
her fight.
Then we see amnesia, and then we see mother mode.
But she
it's
didn't
like-
have amnesia or mother mode active whenever
But
she
Not
still
even- not
Big
during the
Mom,
fight.
though. She's still Big Mom. She still does dumb things. Her underestimating Kid in Law is on par with her doing dumb things. The reason
why
she used the
would-
advanced
why
conquerors
was
hockey
she-
was because she went into mothering mode to protect Tama, right? So
Those
she
are
went
just
all
extreme
out.
examples.
Yeah, but either way, her looking down on Kid in Law makes sense for who she is because the way they defeated her was literally just by getting a ring out. So it made sense why she was looking down on them and never went to her strongest mode. But for her to use it with Page One was her going into mothering mode and
I
I
agree.
got to get this nigga out the paint right now. That wasn't the same. So you can't say her doing
I
that
feel
was
that,
stupid.
but she's in the same situation for herself though, because it's her own life that's on the line. So why would
but
she not
didn't
pull
look
up?
at it that way? Because she didn't
Why
think that
would
they had
she?
enough
You
strength
know-
to take her out, which they didn't, kind of. They needed a
Shit,
fucking
she
nuke
was
worth
literally-
of bombs to damage her, bro. Did she know? Like, do you think she was planning? Like, well, I'm fine. Yeah, they finna put a big ass hole in the ground and use a nuke to render me like unconscious, basically, bro.
I think after the first attack that hurt her from Law, she should have known. And it's Big Mom. She's an emperor at the end of the day. Like, don't get me wrong, she has her dumb moments, and that's in her character. Bro, but we've seen with dumb characters, Luffy, for example, in a fight, they're not acting like that, bro.
But she was still
She was
overconfident
doing the
because
same thing on the rooftop.
Law's internal damage. She did
But
make it
there
seem
was no
like it was
need
pain,
for
but,
advanced conquerors hockey on the rooftop. My
but
bad.
she was replenishing her health over and over.
Kind
Big
of
Mom, even I just think Big Mom, she knew she was by far stronger, and when it came down to it, she didn't. She should have won the fight. I mean, if she went all out, but she didn't.
Yeah, she
Bro,
should've.
she should have went all out as soon as she felt Law's attack.
But we
But
could
that's-
say the
doesn't-
same
it
thing for
doesn't
Kaido
make
too,
Same for
because
everyone, bro. Like, it's so many
Kaido
characters
should
say
have
that,
went
bro.
all out. But Kaido, I mean,
Bro,
it took them all the way until Gear 5.
She acknowledged all of them on how much of monsters they were. She agreed with Kaido. Did she
Kaido
not?
did too. He still
Yeah,
up there
100%.
motion around though. So if the Big
He
Mom
started
had to-
using advanced conquerors hockey on Luffy the entire time after.
But we didn't see the Thunder Dragon. Him acknowledging that was his strongest thing to match Luffy's strongest attack. Why did he wait to the end of the fight to use it then? Like with that logic, you can say every nigga should just pull up to every fight. And
Why
use their
did
strongest
Luffy?
attack
Why
off the
did
fly.
Luffy
It's
wait?
like the
Why did
Astro thing,
Luffy
like,
wait to
bro.
use Bajranga? He could have used it from the very start and ended Kaido.
With Gear 5?
He couldn't use that from the start.
I mean, he was
There's
in
no
Gear
way.
5 for like
Why
5
couldn't
minutes,
he?
bro. Over 10 minutes.
Why couldn't he?
He was
Use
bringing
it from
out
the-
everything.
You're saying just? Oh, you're saying like from the start of Gear 5, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he probably could have. Yeah.
Maybe he could have, but that's not changing the fact that Kaido beat him 4 times. He killed
But
this
also-
nigga 4 times. That's like saying
Kaido
that's
thought
bad writing.
each tier of strength that he was using was enough to kill Luffy at the
And
time,
you can say the same thing for Big Mom.
bro.
She thought what
There's a
she was
difference-
doing was
there's a-
enough.
No, bro.
And it
no,
really would
there's
have
no
been if there
way.
wasn't for the island floating in the air and a
There's-
big ass hole being dug in the ground.
There's no way she thought that.
I would say that the fireworks,
Bro,
the explosives was convenient, bro.
Yeah, like that's a whole a nuke
it just
worth of
was.
bombs,
Bro,
bro.
the whole Kid versus Law fight was just plot convenience, bro. It really was.
I'm
Bro.
saying if you're gonna do that, you can do that for every fight in One Piece, bro.
No, bro, because Big Mom's actually has plot convenience, like to the point to where it's noticeable and it can be pointed out. Don't get me wrong. There's
Kaido-
plot.
Luffy
There's
has
plot.
the most though.
Luffy,
Yeah, yeah, but
Luffy
he's
had
the main
more.
Luffy
character
is
of
one
a
of the strongest
series.
characters in One Piece.
He's a
Luffy
main character of the
was on
series, though.
rooftop getting knocked out, running out
He's
of
the
hockey.
main
Kaido
character.
could have
He
killed
fell
him
into the
like
ocean.
7 times, thrown
Ma-
into the ocean,
main-
everything, and it just so happens to be that's where the polar
So
tag
terrible.
is. Like that's plot convenience too. I feel like we pick and choose when to make that
No,
be such a big
it
deal.
is, bro. But Luffy is the MC. It's to be expected from Luffy. Side characters like Big Mom do not get the same. They shouldn't get the same respect as Luffy in those terms. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's disrespect. But it's the opposite for Big Mom right now, though.
Hey, listen. She could have used Advanced Conqueror's Haki from the start and end of the fight, and she had the
Kaido
knowledge
could've
to
too.
do so. He did,
Luffy
He-
came
at
back
least he
4
thought
times.
he did. But he thought he did every time. That's the thing. He
So
thought.
hold
Luffy
on, so
did
let's
every
go back
time.
to the point of this is that you're saying that Mihawk is stronger than Big Mom, right?
Yes, for 100%. That's not even an argument.
Yeah, I would say he is stronger, but I would say like prime Big Mom, we don't know. Like if we take away all of her mental issues, I would say in her prime she might be stronger than Mihawk.
I'm talking about old hag.
No, I agree. Mihawk is stronger.
Mihawk is surely stronger. But that's why I've said the point was that Mihawk is on a different tier of Big Mom, but her mental health and her not mental health, her decision making and her mental issues are a big reason behind that. Power wise, I think Big Mom can go blow for blow with anybody, but she just doesn't have the IQ or just she's just not composed enough. I feel to just go in a extreme diff fight because she's gonna be doing stupid shit, slipping up, doing all kind of other shit during the fights. You know what I'm saying? And
She plays
that's-
too much.
It can
Was
be
her
plot
and
convenience,
Kaido,
but
was
that's
her and Kaido not extreme diff?
Yeah, sure, but Kaido didn't go into
I mean,
his
it was
high
off
before.
screen though.
And it was also off stream. We don't know what happened.
Bro, come on, bro.
We can assume it
100%
was.
used Advanced Conqueror's Haki. They literally split the sky. Come on.
Mihawk
but they
and-
fought for like 3 days.
Jason Whitebeard did too, bro. Was they using it? I don't think so.
Yeah,
'Cause they
Goldbeard
touched.
was using it. He was using it
I
at
know
that
the fuck
time.
he wasn't, bro. He must have had terminal cancer kick in right after that.
But we've only seen thus far examples of Advanced Conqueror's Haki users doing it, like Luffy and Kaido, for example. When they clash using Advanced Conquerors,
Yeah, it was probably it was a high.
And when
fight. I
Big
can
Mom
agree with that.
Big Mom and Kaido split the sky, they were both using Advanced Conqueror.
Was the attacks touching?
And
I don't
Roger and
remember. I don't
Whitebeard.
remember. I don't remember when he drew that clash from Big Mom and Kaido where the swords touching each other.
No, he didn't show that. It was he
It
showed
was just the sky splitting. They were
Yeah.
running towards each other. All I'm saying is, bro, she has full mastery of Advanced Conquerors.
We don't know that, bro.
I'm about to
Bro,
say, whoa.
what? She was
We saw her use
boxing
it one
Kaido.
time, bro.
Bro, she was boxing Kaido for 3 days. Kaido is using Advanced Conqueror's Haki on another
Bro, we
Yonko.
saw her
That's
use
just
it
how it
one
is.
time. We don't know if she has full.
So you think she has
mastery.
better hockey than Luffy?
No. I don't. I think she has better endurance than Luffy, which she 100%
Of
does.
course, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, durability. I think
I'll give it to Big Mom.
endurance. What we,
Durability.
endurance is how much you can take.
Actually,
and
bro,
keep getting
no,
up.
Luffy took some crazy attacks from Kaido in Gear 5.
Mm.
Like, he took some wild, bro, and he just got back up.
Bro, the last attack that Kaido threw before he went Gear 5 was disgusting.
I think that
And Luffy pretty
endurance.
much
Luffy might have more endurance, but Big Mom could have better durability than him.
We've never seen Luffy go 3 days.
I think it's the opposite.
We've never seen Luffy go 3 days fighting.
Yeah, I think it's the
That's
opposite. I
true.
think Big Mom has more endurance and Luffy
What do
has
we define as endurance and
more-
durability?
Nah, just saying
Endurance
Luffy.
is the will and stamina to keep going
Mm-hmm.
and fighting at full, at least 80% strength, I'd say, for that amount of time, say like a couple days span.
And durability.
Durability is just, I would consider it more defense. Like, how big of a hit you could take.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my thing is, I think that Big Mom's insane Okay, they're linked. These two different stats are intrinsic.
Bro,
These
Big
two
Mom-
stats are
Endurance is
linked,
more
right?
with
Big
stamina
Mom is
output
better
and
in both.
defense and
You think she's
durability.
better
Big
at
Mom is
both?
better in both. Luffy is not better at Big Mom with durability or endurance. There's no way.
I don't know. I would disagree with that.
I mean, I feel like
because-
we see him like.
because Big Mom was
Oh, no,
having to replenish her health and restore it every time with Kid and Law, and Luffy took some huge attacks from Kaido, and he just got back up and continued fighting.
Yeah, he don't got the luxury to just heal himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's the difference.
There's a difference between that because Luffy was also like using Advanced Conqueror's Haki as defense against Kaido's Advanced Haki. That's how I interpret
It
it.
wasn't though, bro. In Gear 5,
I
he
don't
just
think so.
took a huge attack with the what is it, the Kanabo. He just smacked it into Luffy, and when he changed the shape of Luffy's stomach, and he became the Kanabo.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Luffy just got back up and started like fight. I'm like, bro, there's no way he just took that, bro. There's no way.
Do you think he morphed his body into that, or Kaido just literally hit him and he ate it?
We finna see tomorrow.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
We finna see
I don't
tomorrow.
know. I don't know how he did that.
I can't wait for tomorrow, man.
Yeah, some of Luffy's
bro.
feats in Gear 5 were just ridiculous, bro.
No,
They
bro,
were
his-
insane.
His craziest feat was literally warping the ground and grabbing the blast breath and sending it back to Kaido.
Yeah.
That shit was raw, bro. I was like, okay, this is different.
I mean, Rizo did that shit already, bro. I ain't gonna count that shit. Wasn't that
Who?
I'm just joking. I was talking about
Is it
Rizo.
Rizo?
Rizo caught that shit. You know what I'm saying? Put it in his scroll and send it right back at him. You feel me? At him. As if that was gonna hurt him, right? Like
Nothing beats grabbing the thunder.
Might have been
was
the
hard
only
as
good
fuck.
thing Rizo did the whole arc.
That was Rizo saved the raid, bro.
Come on, bro.
But he put the water
Freeze,
out.
what
the
is
fire.
going
What's
on
up with
with
you and Rizo?
Jeez, he ain't Zeus, bruh.
Just don't lie to Rizo.
His design is terrible, but he's clutch, bro. He say he's put the fires out, even though that shit just never felt like it was important. That's I feel like the problem.
Rizo might be the only scabbard that doesn't have Rio.
Mm-hmm.
Just got the crow side,
The
like
crow side.
Yo, what I miss?
Nothing much.
Some Rizo hate.
Nothing much. Nigga hating on
Oh,
Rizo.
come on, man.
Name don't like Big Mom, typical stuff.
If Rizo doesn't have Rio, he has a deeper bag than all the other scabbers.
Yeah,
Most definitely. He's the one who reversed Uno to borrow breath to Kaido. Like,
And then he can do
Just
shadow
that
clone
right there.
jutsus and all kind of shit, bro.
he is
So that-
Naruto in One Piece.
Paralysis jutsu, like where does that come from?
Yeah, can we tell Prince what we brought up last week? I think it was last week, right? We had some of the most funniest takes last week.
Oh, I was just curious.
Denjiro versus. Yo,
I was just
all right,
curious,
Prince, let me ask you. Yo, Denjiro or Doflamingo, who wins?
Denjiro easily. Denjiro Haida.
It honestly depends in what context. Like, okay, if you were to put.
Wait, how
Let me ask
how
you
does
Kinemon
Dofi
or
How
Dofi, bro.
how does Dofi survive anything from Denjiro if he's using Rio?
I honestly don't know, but
Hold
like
on. No.
Yeah, it's-
Kinemon or Dofi?
I'm taking Dofi over
Yeah.
here.
Bro, there's no way. See, come on, bro. Like you gotta be for real, right? Like Kinemon, he
Bro,
was
I
in the arc the whole time for 100 chapters. He didn't do anything.
Bro,
That's
I have
why.
one
The
question.
reason why he didn't let him fight him was because he would have won.
I
You
have
wanna stole
one
the show
question.
from
Can
Luffy?
Doflamingo pierce Kaido in any way, shape, or form?
Fuck no.
That's not the only thing that matters, though.
Why? Why doesn't that matter?
Because, bro,
It's a pure strength feat.
Well, I mean, it's because Doflamingo is just a stepping stone for Luffy. I mean, he's not gonna come back every single arc and go.
and Kinemon
with
can't
Luffy.
just do it on his own, bro. He was fighting with like 10 guys.
That's
It doesn't
true, but
matter.
let's
He
put
was
Duffy
able
in
to
that
pierce
space.
Kaido regardless.
I'm about to say the only time they pierced him is when they snuck him too, and it's like that boy was like, "Yeah, that don't really matter."
But if Doflamingo snuck Kaido, he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Look, I'm
But
listening.
in a
I'm looking at
one-on-one fight, bro,
Kyoshiro.
come on, bro. It's like Kaido will watch
okay,
Denjiro anytime, or even Kinemon.
Okay,
Well, yeah,
theoretical
Kaido's
question.
watching anybody. That was
I think this is a better question like to ask because it's actually interesting. Okay, let's say for example, all right, in a scenario, right, it's an island. There is a nobody on the island except for Dofi and an opponent of his, right, and he has the bird cage set up and he's outside of the bird cage, right? So a person is in the bird cage.
That's not fair.
Kinemon was about to die.
No,
That's
listen,
not-
listen. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Yeah,
What is the strongest opponent that Dofi could beat? Because I don't think that if you put Kaido in a birdcage, he's gonna die.
Fujitora.
You think Fujitora?
He was about to be Fujitora.
That's because Fuji wasn't fighting him though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fuji
fair enough.
defeated
No,
him
yeah, he's not
before
strong.
Kaido, yeah.
All right, the strongest I would say,
The strongest opponent the birdcage can defeat.
Maybe like Jack.
I think like
Water Jimbe.
yeah, maybe Jinbei.
Water Jinbei.
Nah,
I'd say
Jack.
I'd
I'd
say
say Jack, bro.
I say Jack with the bird cage, but that's because I don't think Jack would be able to put him down quick enough. But like, let's say if just a fight and Dofi doesn't like if it comes down to like not a time thing, I think Jack would win. But like, yeah, the bird cage would take him out because I don't think he got enough AP to just put him down. Because I don't know, bro. Dofi was like a bitch when G4 came out, bro.
Bro, yes, bro.
That
And
nigga
I think
Luffy
I
straight
think
up
Denjiro-
told
bro,
him.
And Luffy still, bro. Luffy, he had a what did he do? Like he hit him, and then he had to wait 10 minutes just to hit him one more
Yeah,
time.
because he was still on. That was some, some lame shit. But
I mean,
I'm
that is the
saying.
first time he tried out Gear 4 in
bro,
an actual battle
And
scenario.
Denjiro is definitely taking that Gear 4th Luffy to at least high div.
no,
Bro, Gear 4th,
No,
bro.
no,
Yes,
no,
bro.
that's
The one in
tough.
Dressrosa?
No,
just
No
Rose Luffy.
Rio?
Yeah, you're right.
Bro,
don't
yeah.
know.
No future sight either. No
And he
future sight either. He's taking
bro,
him out diff, bro.
Dressrosa,
Rofa, bruh.
Gear
Yeah,
4th
yeah.
Luffy versus somebody that knows Rio and is probably the strongest scabbard at the time. Come
so you
on, bro.
think just because he knows Rio, he's gonna be Luffy?
I mean,
Yeah.
This is
Luffy
why I
is
think
stronger than
Rio
Rio
is
is
a
just-
technique rather than a hockey booster.
but Rio isn't
Yeah,
even just that.
Luffy's-
Though. I think he's an extremely strong swordsman.
Like, bro, we act like Luffy didn't train in all three forms of hockey for 2 years before that.
Denjiro
He
did
was stronger in
too.
every other form.
All the scabbards. train
Denjiro
in
doesn't even
hockey.
have Conqueror's hockey.
Bro,
Like,
the scabbers literally
He doesn't have
trained under
control.
Odin.
That shit fodder control, bro.
They trained under Odin himself.
Yeah, I'm taking Rayleigh over Odin on that one.
So,
I agree.
What the
Yeah.
fuck, so?
Yeah,
And I'm taking the main character
Rayleigh's the
over
hockey
one of
master,
the
bro.
9
He
scabbards.
is.
Bro, this man Denjiro is the strongest scabbard. We talk about Dressrosa Luffy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The one that can only go into G4 for 10 minutes.
Yes.
No help. There is no law here to save his ass. There's nobody to
And
pick
he
him up and
beat the
cart him off.
shit out of
All Denjiro did was
Gotta
clash
go
with
for it.
Zoro and had a few. Like he had one good moment.
Okay, no,
against Zoro.
wait, hold on. Wait, perfect. You said Denjiro clashed with Zoro, right? What training did Zoro do in Wano? He did no training, right? And he didn't do any training in Zou or during Whole Cake while he was in Wano. So that is Dressrosa Zoro right there. Before he got Enma, before he got anything, and he was clashing with
Yeah, that's
Denjiro,
why
was
correct?
about
I agree.
And
Because I
he
said
was-
last time I said Zoro
and
didn't even
Zoro's
get
the
stronger
one
from the
who
Pika
kind of
fight.
He was about to
mid-diff Pika,
lose.
right? And he wasn't the one to beat Dofi. Luffy was. So if we're gonna take that same comparison, then
Bro,
the one who
I agree.
kind of held
I
back
agree.
Denjiro in
Bro,
Wano.
this-
So bad.
This is a bad comparison because we didn't.
It's
we
the
didn't
same
get to,
comparison.
No,
Zoro
bro,
didn't train
we
at
didn't-
all.
But we
It's
didn't
a-
get to see the full extent of Zoro's powers in Dressrosa. We just saw him fight Pika and absolutely demolished him.
Or-
We don't. We
That's
didn't.
my point, though. He didn't even get stronger from Dressrosa, what Luffy did.
but it doesn't matter because we didn't know the full extent of Zoro's strength at that point.
So what you're saying is Zoro's full extent at that point was stronger than Luffy's full extent at Dressrosa.
No, you did say that last week.
You did.
No, he did say that, bro. I swear to God.
No, I'm not saying that, but I am saying that.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
Let me break it down for y'all.
But the reason I'm saying that is, bro.
All right, 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛, be easy.
We haven't seen Zoro go full out any time
into the roof
after time skip, bro. Literally. And how was that Zoro on the roof?
But he had a different sword.
It doesn't matter. Oh, okay, that matters.
Come on now.
He trained using his sword.
He trained for how long though?
Answer me this question. This is why the Denjiro and Zoro shit is not the point, right? That Denjiro that we saw clash with Zoro seemingly was overpowering him with ease, right? So I feel like I don't think it's crazy to think he was stronger than Zoro before Emma, right?
He wasn't, bro. He wasn't.
Why not?
He wasn't, unfortunately.
You think Denjiro was stronger than Zoro?
Y'all are just underrating Zoro's strength.
No, but
we saw them Zoro sweating like, who is this guy? Denjiro was laughing.
How many swords?
That was Zoro with 2 swords.
And let's be real, if they fought, Zoro would beat him.
1 sword.
Doesn't matter if he was caught off guard and surprised by. Like, bro, Zoro was soloing the entire samurai, and then once he finally finds a strong one, he's surprised. Like, why is that such an important moment for him?
What? No, listen.
Bro, when we see Zoro, the first thing we see in the first chapter of Wano is him defeating all the samurai with ease.
The police, nigga?
But all of them, bro, he got a bounty on his head for just going around and defeating samurai.
He killed the magistrate. That's where the bounty came from.
No, he was
came after him, he was still beating. Bro, what I'm saying is Denjiro. The only thing about him what I was saying is like Denjiro is actually strong. So when he saw Denjiro, he was actually surprised because he thought all the samurai was weak.
Why do you think Oda didn't have Denjiro fight anybody strong during the entire rooftop? Because he's OP, bro. He's nasty.
He was the strongest scabbard, bro. He was a scabbard that trained under Odin, and then for the entire 20 years time skip, he's still been fighting as one of the leader of the thing. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he was just. It ain't like this is the version of Denjiro that was like he was pushed forward in time. No, Denjiro was arguably a top 3 scabbard already. That new Rio, and since then
he wasn't top 3 at that time, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna boost him up. I'm gonna boost him up real quick. I'm gonna say he's sitting like near YC1 level, bro.
Oh my god!
No
way! There's no way you're saying
bro.
I said near. near.
That's crazy.
So if you're saying no, wait, you're saying near, and then you said earlier that what? Okay, do you think Denjiro can beat
Listen. But Denjiro
over each other, fellas.
When I say near YC1, I mean the lower ends of YC1.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I still disagree with you completely, but like, I mean. Because if we're talking real, that means that he's beating
he's like YC3, bro.
Someone that's stronger than Queen, which I don't agree with.
YC3 is wild. He's like beating the shit out of Jack.
He can beat Jack, and that's what's stopping.
He's not low diffing Jack.
He's not low diffing Jack.
Low diffing Jack, bro.
You wildin' that. I was with you, but you wildin' right now.
He's low different Jack, bro.
Listen, bro, I love Denjiro. He's my favorite scabbard, but this is crazy, bro. This is like
low different Jack, bro. He's beating
Denjiro's
I think he can beat
for me, but
like he could beat him. I'm saying he could beat him, but he's not a low different Jack.
That's the last beast power he's beaten though, because Queen was whooping them boys up. You know what I'm saying back there, right?
Like, bro, he's not that much stronger than the Minks.
Okay, he's probably mid diffing Jack. How about that?
He's high diffing Jack.
No.
Let's relax. He's high diffing
No,
Jack.
bro. He's at least YC2.
He's YC3. I feel like that's where.
Nah, bro. Because he wouldn't have been clashing with any type of Zoro if he was YC3.
Zoro wasn't YC3 yet, though.
Yes, he was, bro.
So you think Zoro?
I mean, I really think like, I think we just put too much emphasis on specifically the clashing. Like when I look at a top 20 list, I'm not really looking. That's why Kid got bumped way down. But I'm not really looking at too many guys at the top of a top 20 list one-shotting somebody at the bottom of a top 20 list. I'm imagining everybody got to really You got to put in work to really beat those people. If you're in the top 20 of the world, you're a problem one way or another. Yeah, you may not be at the god tier of a Shanks or a Blackbeard or a Mihawk, but you're still very respectable. So I expect like a quick little clash to happen. But ain't too many Luffy Bellamy situations going on when you got people in the top 20. So yeah, I don't think Zoro. I don't think Denjiro is on any of that type of level, but I'm not surprised that Denjiro gave him, I mean, excuse me, sword on sword. They did that real quick, and that was the end of it. Like, yo, like how do we scale that? We just surprised, and then people want to make their narratives off of it. But like, we didn't really see nothing there.
So you agree that Vista versus Mihawk meant nothing?
No, it
Yo,
doesn't.
I think
I agree.
I'm with you there. I just think it's entertaining to see how people be extra about it, but I don't really think nothing of Vista. But I just think like, yo, y'all and fellas, y'all been here with me over a year now. Y'all know if a character is carrying a sword, Zane got that dude way high. Like y'all let my man's live. You know what I'm saying?
But no, bro, I do think that I think that certain classes mean certain things though. And you can just
but not Denjiro and Zoro.
Why did anybody else clash with somebody?
That didn't lead to anything.
Because it didn't.
I mean, I think it's like
if
somebody said
Mihawk and
earlier,
Shanks clash, it's important. Like when Kaido and Big Mom, like certain things do matter, but that wasn't like an important moment for the story at all. That was just like
we just got.
They're just getting out of here. Like we got to get out of here. And then they just clashed. Like, it wasn't really important.
Hold up.
I think
there was nothing that came from it. Like Zoro never fought Denjiro later on.
Yeah, it got interrupted. But I'm saying at the very least,
I think that clash. The only thing it emphasized was like I can't remember who said it earlier, but Zoro was basically killing these dudes. How Mihawk slapped up Zoro with a butter knife. Like he just happened to just be walking through all of Wano without his real weapons, and now Zoro literally has somebody that he just couldn't run through. I think that was the only thing that was really emphasized in that battle. Like this guy ain't a pushover like everybody else I've clashed with in this country. That's how I take it.
That's how I saw it too. Yeah.
If that was anybody but Zoro, would you feel the same way?
Again?
Does that
This
matter?
is anybody but Zoro, would y'all feel the same? Yes, it matters because that's obvious a bias here.
I mean, of course, I'm biased to Zoro, but what I'm saying is, with Zoro, we saw like the first panel the first page that we saw, or not the first chapter. The first chapter we saw of Wano was Zoro going in there, taking out a bunch of scrubs,
police,
and that's the first thing we saw.
The slasher. Yes, he got framed for being the slasher, so he let them arrest him and he beat them. That has nothing to do with Kiyoshiro or Denjiro, like at all. Though, you talk about some shit from the beginning of the arc. I'm saying at this point, Zoro clashed with Denjiro. It was a short clash, but throughout this whole clash, okay, you can say Zoro had two swords and that nerfed him.
He was
I don't know
injured.
if it nerfed him that much, but throughout this clash, Denjiro seemed to have the upper hand. Zoro was like sweating. Who is this guy? Like he was shocked.
Come on, bro.
Denjiro was laughing. It's not about sweat feast. It's about the narrative that he was delivering with this class, bro.
Just because you sweat doesn't mean much, bro. It's like,
so one guy laughing and the other dude sweating. Like, who is this? Serious? That don't mean nothing at all.
come on, bro. Like we know if Zoro went all out, he would have beat him.
And like it goes back to the conversation y'all was having with Big Mom. This is basically Denjiro's responsibility watching over everything that's going on in this country. So you better bring 100% when you got out-of-towners acting up. Zoro is the out-of-towner, ain't seen nobody on his level yet, but oh shoot, now I got somebody here. So one guy came in with the right mentality, one guy did not. That's why we getting the sweating like, oh, I got to come for real now.
For all he knows, there's other people as strong as Denjiro, probably stronger surrounding them, and they're trying to escape.
Bruh, I'm just saying, anybody else is clear. This nigga is like, who is this guy? He's getting pushed back with no problem. Denjiro, it literally says smirk on the stream, bruh. He has no issue. He's laughing and toying with Zoro right now. And y'all just assume that's what's happening, bruh. But anybody else?
Let me search for the panel. What chapter was it?
I had to pull up the. I'm trying to find the chapter.
Toying with Zoro.
He was playing.
Zoro had
He was
two swords.
smiling. There's no debate. He was smiling. Yeah. When I think of toying, I think of Luffy fighting Lucci, and yeah, I could dodge this attack, but I'd rather grab my head and move it out the way. Like, that's toying.
I think it's
They have, like,
944, bro. I think it's 944.
some type of 2-minute interaction where Zoro's trying to hit him with attacks and he's still smirking throughout the whole thing. I could see that, but just the clash and then it end, I don't see that.
Bro.
I don't see that.
This man Zoro did a 2-sword style named attack, which is a big deal to him. 720-pound Phoenix. Denjiro steps in, blocks it easily. Walks up on him.
Isn't Denjiro always smiling?
He wasn't smiling when he blocked
you know, he really pull out that when he for
wasn't
real it's
smiling when he
1080.
blocked it.
When he for real it's 1080.
Yeah, okay, man. He blocked his attack. He swatted his attack away. All right. Zoro runs up on him and tries to hit him. He says, "Get out of my way." Denjiro is smiling. "I don't think so." And then he says, "I am the Shogun's dog." He's laughing. Zoro is still like frowning mad. The next panel. Okay, let's keep going. Like, this is, y'all keep looking, y'all think about the one final panel. This shit was more than that, bro.
Okay, what chapter again?
Start at 944.
Nah.
All right.
The next chapter, Zoro is trying to stop Orochi. He's going after him again. Denjiro stops him. Stops his blade. Give it up. And then somebody says Zoro's tough because he's keeping up with boss Kiyoshiro. Zoro says, "Who is this guy?" And this nigga is just smiling at him. Like, y'all not finna tell me nothing in this thing implies that Zoro would have won that fight. Maybe with a third sword. Okay, sure. If y'all want to give him that much of a boost. But Denjiro has no problem with him in this whole clash. It wasn't just no 1 second, "Oh, we done bumped swords, pause," and we done dipped out. He was stopping him with multiple attacks with no issue, blocking this shit with one hand. Named attacks and all. This ain't the same as motherfuckers just bouncing into each other on some Mihawk and Crocodile shit and him blocking his attack. He was an active wall in the way of Zoro trying to do something. He was trying to get to Orochi and he could not get past Kiyoshiro. Y'all want to act like this shit was just a breeze, them shooting a breeze and him doing. No, it wasn't nothing like that. It's
Bro, he's an active wall against a nerf Zoro.
One sword, bro.
An injury.
Zoro-
Let's not, bro. Zoro literally said he was like, "I wasn't supposed to get hurt and injured
And then
before
this is also
the big
Zoro
fight."
that Denjiro that probably is holding back because he doesn't want to defeat Zoro because he's on their side.
Yeah, that man say he's the Shogun's dog.
We
Goodness
can use
gracious.
the same logic now. Y'all want to say Zoro would have had a magic boost in power? We can. It can be very much implied that Denjiro was holding back.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why would he hold back?
Because
Because he wants to keep his
scabbard.
identity.
Yeah, he wants to make it seem like he's helping them, but he's a scabbard at the end of the day. These guys are trying to save. What that nigga name was that got packed up? Well, he was dead.
I don't
at
think.
that point.
But
Ashura Doji?
No,
I think he knows.
the hedgehog. They call him the hedgehog.
Yashui or
Yeah, y'all
But don't
see.
you think?
Yasui, yeah.
But don't you think like Zoro and Denjiro obviously respected each other, right? So why would he hold back?
Talking about Denjiro? He never once attacked him. He was just blocking all his attacks. Is that not holding back?
I know, but what I'm saying is, well, no, but he, like you're saying, like he's not holding, or he's holding back because they're not just full on fighting, right?
He's holding back because he does not want to defeat Zoro. He's on Zoro's side. He's just waiting on the perfect time to come out of cover. But right now, he just got to make it seem like he's on Orochi's side.
But he's good defending Orochi. Why would he like? He's defending you.
He's defending him. He's never attacking Zoro, though. That's what I'm saying. He's doing nothing but blocking Zoro's attacks, and he's smiling and laughing the whole time.
I mean, don't you think that Orochi would be able to sense if Kiyoshiro was holding back against
Orochi?
an opponent?
Orochi would be
yeah.
able to sense
Nah, I
something?
don't think Orochi. I don't think he can. Yeah.
No, don't you think like he'd be like, "Hey, why aren't you being tenacious enough or something like
Nah,
against
hell nah.
this?"
Orochi
random
is an
asshole?"
idiot, bro.
No,
come on,
because
man.
you got to
You really
like he
think so?
deceived him for like 20 years. So yeah, I don't think
Orochi is
so.
an idiot, bro. There's no way.
All right. I don't know. You,
I don't think
I mean,
Orochi out here
you're
with
not-
Doroki levels. I don't think he got that, man.
I
What's up?
mean, he was able to swindle my boy Odin, so you know you don't know
Yeah,
about his
Odin is
predecessor.
also Odin is also an idiot. So yeah. But you know, he's a cool idiot.
Cool. Yeah, there we go.
You know what I'm
Cool
saying?
idiot.
Like
So how did this end? How did this whole situation end with Denjiro and Zoro?
Zoro is better. I don't
low
understand.
dipped him with 3 swords.
No, I'm saying like how they even what happened after
The
this?
shit got let me see.
No, it literally turned into Denjiro blocking a couple attacks, and then Hiyori was in danger, and then Zoro left somewhere else, and then it turned into a whole Sanji getting jealous of Zoro thing.
Yeah, he just
because
left.
he
It
knows
wasn't like
Hiyori.
nobody got like.
It was literally 10 seconds.
I
I
have
mean, yeah. I guess.
And we've taken how much time to talk about it?
I was just saying, niggas be hating. Niggas want to, say it's always Zoro, bro. He could have did this. He could have did that. This man's playing with this dog, bro. Nothing, bro. He was stronger than Doflamingo. I'd say that much. That's what it's supposed to be going back to.
This is way off course, but also way
There is
on
no
course.
course, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There's no course in this.
So, with 1089, do y'all think the Mother Flame is Uranus? Or
Uranus?
do you? I mean, like a recreation
no.
of Uranus? Because
Is there a reason why he's saying Uranus?
I changed my verbiage with that. Had to real quick.
I bet.
I was tired of saying pause.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, do y'all think it's a recreation or a cheap knockoff of Uranus?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of talk. I mean, the first thing when I read the chapter, right? My first observation was, wow, the whole looks strikingly similar to Enies Lobby, right?
Sure.
So what I'm thinking was Enies Lobby the testing ground for the Mother Flame? Like, it was where it was tested for the very first time. Because I don't know the exact history of the Enies Lobby building or that, like, area. So, like, I don't know if it's been there for hundreds of years. Someone can fact check me on that. But if it wasn't, and it was there quite recently, because how old was Frankie's flashback? It was how old was Frankie when Tom-san went to like the government or to Enies Lobby?
He looked at least like 8 or 9, I'd say.
I thought he was like 15, 16 because he was
I'm about to
fighting
like
the
12,
people
13.
there. Oh, our Frankie expert should be able to know this. JJ, how old was he?
Yeah, as I how old was he, Preach?
I can
think
hear
he
the frantic
was-
typing. Crazy.
He had to be like 15. I don't know the exact age.
I'm
but...
gonna guess 15, 16.
Oh, it says I think 12. It says 12 on
12.
the wiki.
Okay, so
Wow,
if
just
that's the
look it
case,
up.
and he's like what 34 now, right? Or like
Yeah,
36
he's
now.
in his
after-
30s now. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 20 years ago, but I don't know when Enies Lobby was built because I'm trying to gauge it with Vegapunk's age because I don't think Vegapunk is immortal, but at the same time, Vegapunk is hella old. So I don't know if he's able to like extend his lifespan, how long he's lived to test because it's eerily similar, like how those two look. Like it's weird.
I think
It's the exact same curvature and everything.
Mother Flame. I think was a bigger. It was maybe like Enos Lobby could have been a smaller example of that.
Mhm.
But what's interesting to me is that we already know Water 7 has been what isn't it like they always have earthquakes and stuff? We have the what is it called? Where the sea level is always rising in Water 7, right?
Yeah, Aqua Laguna. I was talking about it. Aqua Laguna.
We have tsunamis coming in, and so like there is definitely something coming from Enos Lobby, where it's like similar, where you have earthquakes and stuff, and sea level rising throughout the entire world. So I think it's just on a more massive scale. Honestly.
Yeah, and if you like look again at this chapter, Water 7 is shown. I mean, Iceberg is shown. So it's a minor detail and maybe tiny bit nitpicky, but at the same time, like it's weird not to notice these things.
It's interesting. Well, because Iceberg said that he wants to make Water a ship.
Exactly.
So maybe he's the key to saving these islands because if he could do that, then the islands wouldn't sink. So he can go and like give them technology, and then he'll make a lot of mobile islands. One
of the people in my chat yesterday, when I was reacting to the chapter, said that the whole thing of the tides changing with the use of the Mother Flame and like islands being sunk or whatever, that in itself is the great cleansing. The Great Cleansing is literally the sea levels rising to the point where almost all islands in the entire One Piece world are practically just like sunk. And the only thing that could withstand all of that like high sea level and stuff like that is the red line, which was man-made and which is where Marijua is. So like if you really do think about it, that's the reason, might be one of the reasons why the red line was made in the first place, to like go up against like high sea levels that could be used to like flush out the rest of the population of the world.
That's a good theory.
I mean, it's not even mine. Shout out to Race on my stream. He's always popping in for my chapter reactions. But yeah, he always comes up with great ideas like that. Oh,
I just think it's wild that there's a big hole in the ground, so then the sea level rises. I was trying to wrap my head around it, but I was like, One Piece, they could do what they want.
No. But it's actually a thing with. I saw Tekking talk about this earlier too. It's a thing with, I think, geology and just the way like buoyancy and physics works. It's like a reaction in and of itself. Because if you think about earthquakes and faults, right? Underneath the ground, there's like things like rupturing and stuff like that, which causes tsunamis. And then like when a tide dips, right? They always talk about tides dipping. So like when a like wave recedes, right? It looks like the water's really low, but then it like comes back at a much like higher level and crashes down. So like that, with a difference between high tide and low tide. So with that being said, and it's just like literally eviscerating an island and a spot, that like entire spot like non-existent and low, like pretty much decimated. So that's why it's curving towards this little hole. But that in itself, because of the like impact of Leloucia like never existing and then it being sunk, it like kind of reacts outward and then causes like massive tides and like waves to shift, which become greater and greater and greater as it's being extended, which thus sinks like low-level islands and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure.
You know, one thing that I thought was interesting in this chapter, Bonnie, because Saturn said that he doesn't want to capture her. He said, like, just let it go. And it reminds me back to a theory that I worked on with Wizard of Wars, where we kind of speculated that Bonnie and Kuma could have been celestial dragons. And it's just interesting because like the fact that he doesn't want to attack her is like kind of an interesting thing, especially because we know Bonnie has been escaping so many times. And now that we find out that she's a little girl too, I mean, like it seems like he knows a little bit too much.
Oh, well, no, for sure. Because when did the Celestial Dragons just say, like, you know what? This person is a child. I won't absolutely destroy them or, like, make their life hell. No.
Exactly, yeah.
They've never specifically been like, oh, they're children? It's okay, we'll give them a pass. Never. So why in the world is now Bonnie getting a pass from the like, top 5 Celestial Dragons being like, you know what? She's just a girl. It's okay. Like, we'll let her be. Hell no. There's probably something, like, underlying for sure.
So what I was thinking, since we know York, they said that it could be arranged to become a celestial dragon. And we know that now, so I was thinking maybe Kuma sacrificed himself to protect Bonnie. Like, we know Bonnie always escapes and stuff, so maybe it was because he basically sacrificed his own life to be a test subject for Vegapunk. And then Bonnie can kind of just do her own thing and be free.
Maybe that was his contract with like his warlord status. Like that.
Yeah,
that's how it
been,
was. Like that's how he became a warlord, to secure Bonnie's safety or whatnot. Like Bonnie is completely off limits.
So, you know, when the Saturn said the thing specifically about Bonnie being a little girl, that made me think about a flashback when Bonnie was thinking about her time with Kuma. And remember, we was like, yo, Kuma looks so much different in this flashback.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, like, when was this? Like, if it was like a decade or two ago, you could understand the transformation. But all we've seen of Kuma is the display that we have now. So that really made me look at that, think of the flashback and just think like, yo, I'm not sure where this story was when these particular things was going on. But I know my favorite thing to say, more questions than answers when it come to Oda.
That's
I'm honestly thinking too, like I always I always doubted that Bonnie was Kuma's biological daughter. So if because how you said with the timeline doesn't really add up. So maybe it was that Bonnie was adopted by Kuma, and that's why it's like the age difference is so weird.
Real crazy. Be thinking this girl like 10 years old or something. Because you remember, like, when she first got to the ACAD and she first saw that pacifista, like, she was really acting real stupid. Please don't hurt my daddy. Like, girl, you know that's not your father. Like,
Come on, bro. I think
How old we
Shawty-
think
But
this girl-
now it kind of makes sense though. She literally has the maturity of a child. So
absolutely.
I think Shawty is like, I don't think she's a little girl. I just think that nigga is 1,000 years old, so everybody is a little girl to him.
Or
Then
maybe
Vegapunk's a little boy.
I
Yeah.
guess maybe she could have tricked him too, like because we know she could transform. So he might have lied to Saturn and said, "Yo, they so."
No, I just
Man,
think that
they
he was
the-
like that. She's a little girl. Like the same way that Whitebeard was calling everybody a brat that he saw. Like I think it's the same type beat. You feel me?
Maybe yeah.
And the girl say got info, man.
It's just
they got info.
it's just different with Bonnie because her power is to turn into a little girl. So
That's
it's
very
like,
true. I understand that, but I don't know. I mean, with the way Oda been wilding with the, I don't know. Like that's the thing. Bonnie was stated to be 22 before the time skip, but Oda put like a little star beside it, like
Asterisks.
assumed age or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, assumed age. That's how he's getting away with it. Assumed age.
But I don't know if with how like yeah, she was acting like a little girl with that. But with how with the I just feel like with the things she's done, like for her to be able to put a crew together, yeah, people can say it was from the Sorbet Kingdom or whatever. But for her to be able to put a crew together and make it to the Sabaody and rise up to a warlord, not warlord, a supernova, and all kind of like she's just out here running around doing shit that little kids just can't do. I feel personally. And maybe like 16 or 17 could work, but if unless when she ages up, she also gets the mind of an adult, which doesn't make sense because we've seen her turn into a child to get away from people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that she's a little girl unless she just she's a fucking genius child.
Nasty is also saying like a decent point in the sense that why are people getting so caught up on the little girl thing? He's an ancient old man, which referring to Saturn, which also does kind of make sense, like just because that. Did you actually?
Yeah.
Bro, my bad. Oh my god.
No, he did say.
Bro, I'm my bad. Oh shit. Well, hey, to piggyback, he could literally if that's the case, it's either that Saturn is a closet perv, or Bonnie is a child.
If we gonna say that he's if we're gonna talk about the fact that he's 1,000 years old, then everybody is a little child. Let the scholars on the ships go; they're children. Like that's not hitting in my.
But
And also, I don't think Saturn is 1,000 years old. I mean, that's just my headcanon. So I'm looking at it from a different lens.
I'm saying, but they were children though. But they had to be let go because they had a possibility. Everybody tuned out Crow. That's insane. There was a possibility.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, I thought because at first I thought he was doing the it's JJ like the whole Crow ID thing.
Yo, that's hella fun.
That's crazy, man. But no, man. I think there's a possibility that they wanted to kill everybody on that ship because there's just a chance that they knew about the Void Century stuff, right? But in this case, he doesn't really gain anything from killing Bonnie. And then the fact that her father could have been a Celestial Dragon or whatever, I don't know. That's different. Like they've been shown to have some type of morals.
You know what I was thinking, Crow, recently?
What's that?
We're talking about well, this is off topic, but the fantasy thing that we always do, or that we did last year. But if we do it again, I was thinking we could bring one person from the chat into our league.
Yeah, for sure, man. We had a group.
That'd be dope. Because there was that one, who was it? Someone in the group chat said they want to join. So
Vaughn?
More.
Yeah, we can get Vaughn.
yeah,
Was it groovy too?
Can we use the ESPN app, bro?
And
We need to use the ESPN app.
I give L's to
yeah,
whoever-
I'll make it. Yeah, I'm making that one.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I used to have goddamn 30, 40 points sitting on the bench every week because I just did not remember to go to that album.
Yeah, we'll do it in that one. Yeah.
I prefer Yahoo personally, but we could do ESPN.
Oh, I remember Yahoo.
Yahoo does it? I've never used it.
I remember Yahoo.
Yeah, I used
Yahoo was
Yahoo,
OG.
'cause after you do the draft, they give you a grade. So even if you suck, you can at least say you drafted good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I just thought it would be cool to bring someone like a viewer into the
Bro,
into the league.
I want to have a stream one of these days where we just bring guys on in general to have their
Absolutely,
own.
man. We got so many
Let's put
loyal
them
people in
theories
here. I
out there.
definitely want.
Actually, bro, yo, can we stream that on here?
What that? The fantasy?
The draft?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be dope. We got a time.
Well, actually,
and we
that would
bring
be a
in,
good
we bring in
idea.
a few people from the chat, and then like that'd be pretty cool.
With
That could be a good
first
study
pick
hall
in
stream.
the 2023 draft. I can see it now. That should be fun, bro.
That would be cool.
We can probably do that. We're gonna have to do that like off of Friday type shit on some
Yeah.
just
No,
stuff.
on some like study hall thing.
Yeah. But was
Be on
Sanji
a
not
break
risen
week.
up Nami though? Was that not a dope line he hit her with? I'm just saying.
I mean, not really because it didn't work,
I
but
mean, she's a she's,
Don't do that. That ain't the game. Nami just like turning him down. That's like I think she get
Hey,
off.
bro,
on
you
that.
know what? I respect it though,
Oh
because
my god.
I respect his confidence, bro. Like you can never give up. Like you
Yeah.
just
Never give up.
never
nah,
give
bro.
up.
Like you gotta
This is
shoot your shot,
Hey,
bro. It's
that's
like,
that Nick A30, bro. No, yeah, never back down, never give up type shit.
I just think
You
that
can
was a
shoot your
nice
shot, but your
letter.
gun run out of bullets eventually, man.
Man, that was a nice letter. The stars outside.
nah, I
From what we
respect
see, it just be
Sanji,
weird
bro. I
shit,
respect
you
him
know?
because even though he can be weird at times, I feel like you just never know. Like you're gonna. It's just a reality of life. Like he's accepted that you're gonna get rejected so many times, and he doesn't let it get to him, bro. And he still pulls viola. He still pulls an occasional pudding, even though it's kind of weird. But it's like,
Man,
so I respect it, bro.
Viola,
definitely
pudding, and
respect
brulee.
it,
Why we
but-
gonna talk about brulee, bro? Or brulee.
Brulee.
whatever the fuck the name is.
Mermaids, bro. This dude is
Yeah,
like,
the
bro.
mermaids out there going crazy.
Yeah, man.
My guys.
Yeah, he
bro.
the-
Well, he's one.
Nah.
He got everything in the world he could have, but what he won't. You feel me? That ain't who he got.
Hey,
you know
to
what
be
I'm saying?
fair, like whatever
gotta
happened
shoot
to
your shot, bro.
Sanji,
It's
like
like-
in Fishman Island, like say for example you put Master Roshi in that context, I don't think Master Roshi's getting out there alive.
No, Jiraiya,
Bro.
Master Roshi, them niggas are dead.
They're dead. I think
boys
that's
are
a feat
they're
for
also
Sanji, if you ask
100 years
me.
old.
That boy
That's
Jiraiya was
that's
at
a
the
feat for
waterfall
Sanji, bro.
Taking notes on bitches, bro. Like them boys would have been packed up with them mermaid, bro. Roshi,
Man,
is
bro,
something-
Nami's got a
something
hold
like
on Sanji, bro. That's crazy.
that. But I said
Really
they gonna.
does.
If someone in chat said earlier, who is this cow, bro? What the?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
that was funny.
What if it would have
Nah,
been like
that-
Brooke or somebody deliberate? It would have been funny as hell if it would have been.
Nah, if Brooke did it would have been so much worse because Brooke is also low key trying to get it too.
It was
So he
Luffy.
might
bro.
sabotage the message.
And show
It'd
Brooke
be
your
most funny
pants
if it was
too.
Zoro.
Yeah, Zoro wouldn't do those shit.
Bro, Zoro wouldn't do that shit.
Zoro would have seen that shit about and cut it. He probably cut that motherfucker.
Bro, no, Zoro is literally a type to just wake up and then like a hoe's just next to him in his bed. That's literally what happened.
Doing what?
I know that life.
Shit, I don't know, but like can't confirm nor deny, but
Yeah, he had a wild night.
It's crazy.
I mean, that's what Brooke thinks.
That boy Sanji trying though. I respect it, man. Everybody got that one that
Can't
get away
disrespect the
from
hustle.
Bro, he already low-key had Riz, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, Lori was a whore, man.
Come on, bro.
Yo.
Emphasis on the H, like.
Come on, man.
Bro, that
Fatherless,
was the most
man.
emphasis Crows ever put on a word. That was crazy.
Shotty trying to force it, man. Zoro you don't want that, man. Yeah, 16 is legal in Japan. I'm not
Done
saying
had it
that's
already.
right. I'm just saying that's what's legal in Japan. So
I mean, if your mama sign off, it's legal here too.
but we ain't
No,
talking
hold
about that. We talk about the normal in Japan. That is normal to them. Maybe y'all wanted them to change it to 18 in the fucking dub or something. No, they just Oda was just doing what's normal in Japan, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not defending it now. I'm just saying that's
Yeah,
what
Japan
happened.
is
I'm
on
not saying
some-
it's right. I'm just saying that's
Japan
to
on
them,
some different shit.
That's normal. bro.
Yeah, that's some weird shit, bro.
I'm not saying that niggas that 16 is the good number. No, it's not. But them niggas they're born and raised. 18 might be weird to some people somewhere else. You feel me?
Bro, honestly,
just-
like
it's just
when
it.
it comes to age restricting laws, like there's a lot of pretty bonkers ones. Like for example, the United States, you can be in the army at 18, but you can't drink till you're 21.
You can't
like,
buy a gun either, like a pistol.
Yeah.
You can buy a shotgun.
Wait, but
when
hold
you're
on, hold
18,
on.
but
So,
you can't buy a pistol
but,
till you're 21.
but what's the age of an adult in Japan?
I mean,
like,
you're
there's
considered-
I
different-
think they're affirming the fact that it's 16.
You're considered.
No, but that could be like the consent age. But
Yeah,
if you're,
you're right,
I'm saying
you're
like,
right.
when
Let
are
me
you
see.
considered an adult?
Let me see. You're
I
probably
don't
18.
know, but if it's 16, then it's hard to grasp.
I feel
But
like
it,
16 is
it,
still
it,
young,
should-
bro.
I know exactly.
18 is
It should be 18.
The age of adulthood in Japan was lowered from
'Cause
20 to
they're-
18 in 2022. So as of last year, it's 18. But it was 20 before that.
They lowered it. What the bro?
They lowered it.
What? I mean,
What?
I don't. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And it was
Let's hope it
also.
doesn't get any more
Oh
lower.
my God. Okay,
I'm
let's.
just glad my favorite characters don't have to deal with this kind of debate. Like,
I mean, there is a debate out there about Zoro. If you want to have a word about it, now, but you know. He got some interest apparently, but we'll just we'll do that. We'll
Yeah,
just,
like
stay on
if Zoro's a cop, bro, he needs to pull up on song.
You think so, bro? Bro, the fucking age of consent in Japan was 13 until recently, bro.
That's nuts.
They just put it up to 16.
But that-
like, that's some good.
yeah, but-
Nigga, what?
That I saw that on Twitter, but I was like, "There's no way."
They really need to go and fix that shit. That's crazy.
It was 15. They did it in 2015, bro. So,
Bro, you know what's crazy too? Like, I think it was because the Rurouni Kenshin. I watched a video on it.
bro.
Like in the '90s, it was still legal to have what he had basically.
Yeah, that's why he didn't get in trouble because he had it during that time period.
Because he had it like 4 years after they made it illegal. So they said like they were basically saying like, oh, like he already had like that problem from before when it was still a thing. So
That shit's insane,
Yeah.
bro. They said he had
That's just
so
crazy,
much
bro.
They
That-
thought
that's-
he was a dealer. That's bad.
yeah, Japan is wild, bro. They got some wild stuff out there. I mean, that's why you see like some like in a lot of anime, you see like some lollies and
Bro,
young-
you know what
But
makes me
that
so
that
mad?
that
Young,
shit's
old,
where
mid-
People be
Yeah,
like, bro,
that's
like,
weird.
It's so nasty to me. Like when they draw like a character that's obviously a little girl, but they'll make it
They
like
say she's
a
100
fucking
years
vampire.
old.
Yeah, like 100, 1,000 years old. And
Like the girl
motherfuckers will
from,
be
Hunter
posting
x Hunter?
pictures and shit.
yeah, the girl from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
like niggas allowed to be like posting pictures and shit and be like, well, the author said she was, bro. That's a fucking child, bro. Come on, bro.
for
Like, stop being sick, bro.
That's like those weird ass kids that like poke up their glass to their face. Well, actually, she's 247 years old, so technically I'm perfectly fine.
Shut up, bro. You need to be in jail.
Nah, you need Jesus is what you need. Like that. Come on.
I said we need a list for motherfuckers that don't necessarily break the law, but you know I'm eyeing you, my nigga. We
Yeah,
need a list
like-
for them, bro. Oh,
We need to
man.
pay attention to them.
Kenshin creator was nah. You still love Kenshin? I ain't gonna lie, Rurouni Kenshin is not good to me. Like even before,
come on, bro.
bro. Even before I knew about the nastiness of that young man, it still was not that good to me, bro. Like I was like, it's okay. The hardest thing is just that one attack he got where he make the black hole. But overall, the story is so ass to me. It's some kid. It's some shit that was cool when you was a little kid or whatever. But nah,
Nah, I like Rudy. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I do like it.
that shit okay, bro.
Still better than Demon Slayer though.
He said he just slapped. It's not better than Demon Slayer, but nah, man. Come on, let's be serious now,
Not gonna lie, bro. Demon Slayer might be the most overrated anime.
bro. What's the story, bro? With Veronica.
Demon Slayer decent, man. Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer-
I like
Uh,
Demon Slayer.
I think Demon Slayer just
No,
accomplishes
but,
what it tried.
I like the
to
second season a
Reached.
lot.
No, have you finished Demon Slayer? Like even manga?
No,
Or no?
I just caught up to the anime last week.
I heard the manga. Was
Yeah, in
bad,
my
bro.
opinion, like that is completely like taken over by the manga. I think the manga, what we've seen, because the manga is complete, is very, very good. Much better than the story is right now.
I heard the end of the manga was.
Or where it's
pretty
at right
much
now.
I just didn't like the art that much
Answer me this question:
in the manga.
What's the best new gen out?
I think JJK.
Oh, I think it's JJK.
JJK.
Even though I haven't even watched the new season of
Because
JJK.
JJK.
Well, okay, what
Baseball
considers
man,
a new
Black
gen?
Clover.
I feel like everything after Attack on Titan is new gen.
Oh, that's
Are
old,
we
bro. That's
are we
like-
considering just shonen as well?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Because if we're not considering shonen, then I would like to take Block into account because that's just
Man, that's
raw.
shonen though. It's just sports though.
Nah, but like
I started
if it's a
watching
sport-
another soccer show, by the way. It's called 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚑𝚝 or some shit. It's actually very good. It's more realistic than Bullock, and it goes into like tactics and shit. But it's actually very good. I would recommend you watch it. Captain Sad so he finished the manga. It was not good. Oh man, Full Metal Alchemist is dope though.
That's old
make
though.
it
That's
to-
old.
No. We talking about new gen. I think that it would have to be Jujutsu Kaisen.
You think Chainsaw Man is up there?
Chainsaw Man decent.
Chainsaw Man, I think it's okay. It's not bad.
It's decent, but to me, it was very because I read the
Spy
manga.
Family.
Spy Family's okay.
It's not gonna be no best new gen though.
It's not best, but it's okay.
One of the best though. I
It's
mean,
cool. It's a fun watch.
it's not the best, but it's one of the best.
Yeah, I feel it. Let me look at the top 15 of them. I'm finna pull up what you call them, a website.
The one I didn't like, no, I'll take it back, bro. The worst
Fuck outta here.
new anime is Tokyo Revenger.
Oh yeah, that shit is. Ass.
Oh, that
nigga
shit
is
dropped
over
off
there. That
so
I did not
hard.
like that,
He
bro.
needs to be in jail. If we talk about anybody need to be in jail.
For real, bro. Like,
Bro, they dropped off so hard. The first season came on and everybody was hyping it up. And like it was supposed to be the next big thing. And all of a sudden, just complete shit.
Because they said that. I
Playing
haven't
some
read
newest
them all.
iPhone.
Damn.
Sorry.
Dang.
I saw
Even
somebody
Alexa
join
knows
it, bit, boy. I was like, who the fuck is that? Fire Force is fire. That's
Pun intended?
Yeah, it's fire though.
I
and
believe
Tokyo
the
Revenge's
pun was
some
in fact
bullshit.
intended.
Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I said Chainsaw Man. It's cool. I just don't. I don't like. Motherfucker, I think it's a little bit overhyped. It's cool to watch. I think that a lot of the weird shit is like off-putting though, like Dendro. It just be feel like unnecessary shit.
You say Denjiro?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm talking
You be
about.
Ninja?
what else came out of last?
Nah, JJK is
I think
100%
it's
the
JJK.
best new gen,
I
right?
gotta catch back up too. I know everything.
If
that's
One Punch
happening.
Man came out the last, well, you said after. I don't know if it came out after Attack on Titan.
Oh man,
I mean, I
One
don't
Punch
think
Man
it did,
manga.
then it's
The One
probably
Punch
top
Man
one.
manga is godly.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know,
You
I've
said
heard good
Black
things about
Clover.
the One
I think
Punch
Black
Man
Clover
manga.
is up there as well.
JJ, what do you think
Is
is
it
the
My Hero?
best new gen?
Art wise, One Punch Man is in a whole different universe, bro.
I mean, I just need more art.
I want to hear JJ's
Trying to
opinion
be
on the best new gen.
Trying to be disrespectful, Prince, and I don't appreciate it.
He keep talking about he gonna start watching these shows, y'all. I'm gonna need to chat the flood one of these days. But yeah,
I'm gonna get my schedule right, and I'm gonna get my Twitch up, and I got my team of engineers over here. We gonna make it happen. But
Bet. Trying to
it's
see it.
about to be football and basketball season. I don't know how much extra time I'm gonna be having, investing in these other things.
Mega T says, was Fire Force a prequel for Solo? I think that's a theory. I'm not sure how true it is, but I've seen that theory a lot. I'm not done with Fire Force.
Wait, I thought it was confirmed that was the case.
Oh, never
I haven't
mind.
even. I don't know though because I haven't finished Fire Force. I do want to finish it though. I just randomly dropped it for no
so
reason.
it is true.
It was okay. I like the animation and everything, but I just didn't like the ending of the first season. That's why I stopped
One
watching
Punch
it.
Man is the only newer series you've enjoyed. One Punch Man was dope. I ain't gonna lie, season 2 was a little disappointing because they changed.
The animation was
Yes,
awful.
they changed
in
the
season
studios,
2.
bro.
Sakamoto
No,
days, bro.
no. It was at the end when Garo was fighting old man. What's the old man's name again? Silverfang.
Silverfang.
Whenever they were boxing, that was pretty good
I mean,
animation.
Yeah, that's
bro.
the last. You know what I'm saying? That shit was the first few episodes.
First episode was
I
horrible.
was like, Jesus
Yeah, it was.
Christ.
It was.
Oh, Sakamoto Day. I didn't say Sakamoto Day because they don't got no anime yet. But once it's out there and it get that shit's gonna be like insane. That's my favorite like current ongoing manga right now for sure. I love that shit,
Over One Piece.
bruh. Nah.
Kai,
Yeah,
you know, number 8 is good too.
Yeah, I read the first like 50 chapters of that. I gotta get back on it. But Sakamoto.
Y'all want to speak a little bit about this Gear 5 tomorrow?
I can't fucking
Yeah,
wait.
let's
Wait,
get-
it comes out tomorrow? I thought it was the 6th.
No,
It's literally tomorrow,
It's
and
the-
I'm so
it's the-
hyped.
Oh, it drops at 12? Like right at 12?
Yeah,
No.
It's the
It
6th in
drops-
Typically,
Japan.
like
It's the
Saturday
6th in
night is when the
Japan.
shows become available,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's 8:30
Oh, it's the-
tomorrow
it's the
EST.
6th in Japan.
I think don't quote me on that, but I know it come out tomorrow night though. So yeah, every Saturday night. You know
Oh my god, bro! I can't
I'm
wait to
gonna
watch
fucking cry,
that.
bro. I'm gonna cry. Shout out to my boy D Lanham for putting me on fire. On Soccer Day, by the way. I think he watching. Shout out to you, gang. But yeah, man.
Is it gas, bro? You
Bro,
be
it's
talking
so
it up. I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to read it.
I love it, bro.
Where do you read it at?
It's on. I've rated on. I got the Shonen Jump app. I mean, it's $1, bro.
So it's on Shonen.
Well, it's like $3, I think. I don't know.
I mean, I have it too. I just didn't know.
Yeah, it's on there.
I don't know if we spoke too much about. I feel like we did it in passing. But I really need to see like a montage of every time Wu Slap is in the story. 'Cause I feel like more and more he's showing us that he knows more than what the story is showing. And I just think like, yo, he's gonna give us some exposition sooner or later. That's gonna let us know something.
He was God.
I don't know, maybe
give us a God Valley flashback.
And I'll be like, watch this guy end up being, he got the glasses on. Watch him end up being Roger's Lookout or something. We just ain't never noticed it.
What's that whoop stuff inside the egg?
Oh, wouldn't be surprising. I mean, listen, man. Maybe they keep saying, shout out to Preach and his shorts. They keep talking about the East Blue is the weakest sea.
Some bullshit.
But there's just like way too many monsters over there, man. And I think Woosop may just be Woosop may just be the king of all of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's Usopp with a dub.
Yeah, and the thing is too, he brought up the short, and I think it was one of the shorts where it's like we talk about Garp and Roger just running through the East Blue, and that's the reason why it's so weak.
I feel like both of them was just scared of Garp, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because of Garp,
that probably is the case.
Like, bro,
Yeah, I agree.
His vacation time, sitting out there with his Hawaiian shirt on, just chilling. Yeah, I'm not going to that sea. What's up with the North?
Yeah, the boy probably be like, man, before you even get the wrong idea, look, it's this motherfucker named Garp, dog. He ain't nothing to play with.
Before the stream ends, Eagles is greater than Cowboys. I mean,
that's not saying much.
Oh Lord, let me jump out this thing right now.
I'm
That's
saying,
why on all social media. I'll see y'all next week.
Well, y'all ready to wrap it up, man?
yeah.
Dope.
I just got two more things I got to speak on about this chapter, man.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, we didn't even really talk about the
We
chapter.
didn't talk about the chapter that much. If we're being
At
real.
all,
It's a setup
bro.
chapter,
Hold
man.
up.
It's a setup
I mean, that's
chapter,
due to Zane trying to hype up Denjiro, but like,
Hey, I'll take that blame, honestly.
I gotta say, like, the part that tickled me first about this chapter is when first of all, shout out to the narrator, man. I love when the narrator pop up because it just changes
100%.
the energy to me.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to y'all about like speaking on the specific characters, but to me, like the narrator was the one that set the tone. Like I was going to be kind of disrespectful, but like this was kind of like a filler type of chapter to me. But I decided to be politically correct and just say set the table. But when you see that square box, it's always going to be something interesting that pops up. The one thing I really wanted to speak on, I just liked when you saw all the ships surrounding Egghead and you saw the beasts attacking the ships. I like that Bulldog Sea King. I don't know why that stuck out to me, but I really liked when Sentomaru and Kizaru was talking, and Sentomaru was like, "Stop attacking them Sea Kings," and my boy was like, he started it. Like, I don't know why, but that joint just really made me chuckle. I just had to speak on that he started it. Because Kizaru is so chill, you wouldn't even think he was a bad boy. But, yo, I can't wait to see that man turn up, man. I can't wait to see it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The main reason we didn't talk about this chapter because it was mainly just like you know what I'm saying? We had to talk about what happened during the skip and potential matchups. But, I mean, after that, we didn't really get too much. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Everybody
to be fair,
other than me was saying this chapter was an 8 and up, but y'all ain't got nothing to talk about? Like, how that sound?
Because it was
No,
still fun, bro.
I think this is one of those chapters where it's a lot more reactionary than it is more so discussion based, in the sense that there's a lot of things that it's just quick reactions, like, oh my god, this actually happened. Like the whole build up with York revealing to actually be captured by the Straw Hats, like that whole discussion with the Gorosei and like leading them on is like, oh yeah, I'm doing great on Egghead and like make me a celestial dragon and this and that. That covers like 40% of the chapter.
And it's just so good to be back at Egghead, seeing Kizaru here, seeing the Straw Hats after so long. It's been like 5 months since we saw them. Then just for that, I was really excited. So that's kind of why I put it at an 8.
Yeah, it was just fun because I knew it was like a lob chapter. You feel me?
the real reason I gave it an 8.5 is because anytime I see anything like delving into Emu Celestial Dragons, like our main target for the final saga, it's usually pretty hype for me. So that's why I bumped it up as well.
Man, give Captain Sandcracken a wrench.
Sandcracken, we need Groovy with one too.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
speaking on Prince's character Saturn, I like when they first got on him on this chapter and he's reading the article. It's a good article. Now, what's the reality of the situation? Like, I love stuff like that because, you know, people with their theories in the world and, you know, people, you know, running the world and all this stuff, controlling the narratives of the newspapers and stuff. Stuff like that is really just interesting to see how they display it on this story. I always like when big news makes the narrative good for the government. But, you know, he always has his ulterior motives as well.
Big news.
Yeah, Cam, I definitely agree with that. The crew actually listening in on the Gorsei's conversation is nuts. I think that's something that's like honestly a bit overlooked on this chapter as well. It's crazy because it brings a close cutting in like to how close we are to actually finishing this thing. The people that we thought were like supreme like overlords in this entire government scheme are being spied on by our crew. It's nuts.
Nah,
is this the first time that we know that the Straw Hatch actually know of the Gorosei? That might be true.
I think Robin knew, but I don't think she remembers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they directly know because the Gorosei being like out there like is public information, like them existing. So I'm pretty sure Robin knows because it's public records that, oh, you have the 5 Gorosei, 5 Elder Stars making the decisions that the Celestial Dragons couldn't. But it's like a bureaucracy rather than it's actually being a dictatorship. Which is also kind of ironic that Saturn is saying what's the reality of the situation. Because he himself is a lie.
I keep thinking you're done. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut you.
My bad. Go ahead.
It's like you would stop and you'd be like, I'm like, dang.
It's cool.
Are you gonna talk about this nigga Lucci getting punked though?
Ooh, Lucci getting punked.
He in the back seat.
His character is compromised after this chapter.
Like this.
I really do think so.
He think he on the team.
Remember when he was saying to Luffy after they get done with this situation? What to do?
I mean, I don't know if he thinks he's on the team, bro. It doesn't look.
He ain't chained up or nothing, bro. He back there watching. He know not
He said he was gonna fight Luffy again right after. And what
bro,
happened?
I'm telling you right now, I have a small feeling. It's very weird, but I have a feeling that if you fight Gear 5, your personality actually starts to change for the better.
Ooh,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
So talk no jutsu.
It's talk no jutsu, but actually a power.
I hope it's not that strong because I don't want motherfuckers like.
Well, bro,
Kishimoto
Kishimoto literally said talk no jutsu is the strongest jutsu.
I mean, that shit ass, bro.
Yeah, but that's just dialogue and shit. This is actual power.
I mean, it would make sense.
I agree. It does influence him. It does change him a little.
Because that's the whole thing about Joy Boy, right? It's to bring like smiles like all across the world, liberate and make people happy and shit. It's a ridiculous power. It's goofy. It's funny. Like
it frees your spirit.
Exactly.
That nigga a punk, man.
And if he's the warrior of liberation,
yeah, man.
The warrior of liberation, he's liberating. As he's fighting them, he's a warrior, and in the sense of liberation, he's liberating their free spirit. That's it.
Yeah, because I'm working on a theory for Emu, right? And I think the way that Luffy will defeat Emu, and I think it could be symbolic. Like Emu, if he's immortal, he might not never smiled in so long, like 1,000 years. Luffy might be the first one to make him smile, and I think that is part of Luffy's strength though, because if you can make your enemy laugh and like not take it too seriously, it's like when you're or like when you're playing basketball and like you're talking trash and like you're just saying stuff. It's like when you get in someone's head like that, it's just like it's mind games at that point. But Luffy's not even trying to. It's just it's like naturally his energy.
Agreed.
I ain't gonna lie, Lucha's still a bitch though.
I don't like how they got like York chained up with her legs spread. Like,
yeah, this some nasty.
And Sanji right there, like, yo, I'm uncomfortable.
Luffy the one that's catching him with a little peek. You feel me? He like, yo, I seen this before.
What is Brook looking
His
at?
hands in his pocket.
You know about the head in that pocket. I've been dumb, but
Growing before our eyes, yo.
Hold on.
I think actually,
oh my god,
I
bro.
think Brook might be staring at Bonnie, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Brooke has the worst fucking outfit I've ever seen. Like, any art from any character, bro, this is the dumbest shit I've seen in my life, bro.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
Sanji's fit is
It's not
terrible.
that
Bro,
bad.
Sanji's fit is not that
Sanji's
bad, bro.
fit sucks.
Sanji's fit is terrible,
This
bro.
nigga has a
Sanji's
fucking
fit sucks.
fish bowl on his head, bro.
Nah,
There's
bro.
no
Sanji has
comparison.
the worst fitties.
He
Yeah,
got
that's
on
Celestial
a
Dragon drip.
Hawaiian shirt and some shorts. That's not nearly as bad as
Bro,
what
them
Brooke got on.
low cut ass booty shorts. Hell no.
Nigga, Zoro got a onesie on and boots. He's dressed like a thought from New York, bro. There's no
He's
comparison.
dressed like a
He's
king,
dressed
bro.
like he's dressed like he's dripping, bro.
A
Get off my
onesie
way.
on. This nigga's dressed like my son right now, bro.
And he got the man purse too, right? Don't let that slide.
He's
Bro,
like a
what's-
Playboy Cardi
first
fan.
of all-
Yeah, I like the jacket, but that bodysuit is weird.
I don't know.
Bro, that
Yeah,
looks
that's me.
clean. Y'all are tripping.
It's
Zoro got this
clean.
bad
I
outfit,
like
all
it.
he
It's
needs, like,
much
for
better
real.
than some dad
It's-
Hawaiian shirt.
Bro,
Like,
it's better than every
He's
Straw
dead
Hat
ass just copying
outfit he
Jinbei's
did.
drip completely. He really wants to be number 3 that bad. Like I just don't get it.
Nobody, none of the men like have
Nah,
outfits.
Luffy has the
like
worst, bro. Let's be real. Luffy's
Luffy's
the
the
worst.
outfit's the worst.
No, bro. Luffy doesn't have the worst.
Nobody has a
Sanji
good
has the
outfit
worst,
on.
bro.
I think you glazing. Nobody
Nah,
has
nah.
a good outfit, but Brooks'
Nobody,
outfit.
yeah,
Nah,
everybody's
Zoro's-
like,
Nah,
Zoro's
in my
fit is
opinion,
raw,
no. In
bro.
my opinion,
Especially not Vegapunk. What the hell is he
outfit
wearing?
actually kind of fits him.
Usopp got a
Zoro's
onesie on
fit
too.
is
Y'all
raw.
like onesies or something, nigga? Tight fitting onesies.
Bro,
I
what's
don't-
wrong
I
with that?
don't.
I'm skinny as hell.
This
What's
nigga
wrong
is
with that?
dressing like
I'm
a
skinny.
fucking-
I'm lean as hell. I'm gonna
He
wear
dressed
tight.
like Kane, bro, back in 2002,
Nah.
bro.
I'm skinny as hell. I'm gonna wear tight clothes.
So you
Hell
gonna
yeah.
you'll put that onesie on?
onesie is cool. You going to a pajama party? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, that hell's wrong,
This
bro. The
is-
jacket's
Brooks-
clean.
nobody
The
has
boots
a
Brooks
good
are
does look
outfit.
like
clean.
an alien, though.
Y'all just
He
hate,
looks
bro.
like he Men in Black on some weird shit. Nobody has a good outfit, but Brooks' outfit is like.
Bro, Sanji looks
That's
like
not true, bro. Come
Sanji
on.
looks like he's in a midlife
No
crisis.
one has a good outfit.
Whose
Bro,
outfit? is
Sanji
worse?
looks like he's gonna get a lease on a Boxster right now, like
He
dead
has
ass.
on a
Bro.
shirt and some.
Nah, but
shorts.
anytime Sanji wears shorts,
Nah,
is a bad look.
Bro,
So you
cover
telling
the
me with a
leg.
straight face, a onesie on a grown ass man, dog? Do y'all know the bodysuit hoes be wearing nowadays? That is what
Nah,
this nigga has.
I don't
on.
think you're
I feel you, bro. I
realizing.
feel
I don't
you.
think
I
you're
feel you.
realizing the context of the situation. They're on a futuristic. It's not just a onesie. It's pretty much armor, bro.
That's the future man. I
This
don't want no
nigga
part of
sitting
it.
here in a onesie with his legs wide open. That's a onesie. I don't care. He's full eagle spread right now with a onesie
Okay, and
on.
Sanji's in the back. Sanji's in the back in the
And
kitchen.
a man purse.
What man purse are you even talking about? What man purse?
There's a
No
satchel like
fucking
strip,
drip, bro.
on his
This
side.
shit is
Oh,
ass, my nigga.
This is one of the rawest.
This
fits
onesie is so
ass.
ass, it even goes over his toes and hands, bro.
Sanji,
This shit is
Sanji,
ass, my nigga.
bro.
Nah, but he
Sanji,
did snap on the females, but
The females,
Yeah,
is,
I can't lie.
It's
why
very
does Sanji
promiscuous.
look like
and Chopper.
Charlie?
Chopper's is
The
good
females is the females. You can't.
too. I like Chopper.
Bro, why does
Hey, what's
Sanji
your
look like
shit,
Charlie Sheen, bro?
Chopper chilling.
Sanji got on a
Jinbei-
chill.
Jinbei's
It's not a
not
good
that
fit
bad.
either. I'm not saying Sanji clean. It's not a good fit either. It's just a chill
Zoro is
Hawaiian
shitting on
But
his
this nigga
fit,
has
though.
on a suspect ass onesie, bro.
all
Nah, bro,
honesty,
you
hey,
are hate.
onesie.
That's pure hate.
I
right
ain't even
now.
say that about Zoro. I was talking about Brook with his ugly ass toilet bowl on his head. But
Bro,
this
okay,
nigga got
then-
on a onesie and a bubble coat. Like bro, what? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, the coat is clean, bro. Don't even lie. Like the
Yeah, it's cool
coat is
if he
nice.
didn't have on a onesie on.
I agree.
The matchup is ass. If he would have had on
I always hated
a
Zoro's
shirt
outfit.
and some pants with the
Bro,
bubble
how
coat, he would
could
be
you
clean as fuck.
possibly hate that outfit, bro? There's no way.
Yeah,
Hey,
Just be-
All
You're right.
I'm saying is
Let's be
cleaner
real.
than Sanji's. for
You
sure.
wouldn't wear that.
man.
that's one of Zoro's cleanest fits, in my opinion. Yeah, besides the tuxedo and dress robe.
I think Luffy's is the worst.
Brooke has on Luffy's outfit.
Wait,
with a bowl
yeah,
on
because
his head.
Luffy has on shorts, right? He doesn't have on pants, so it looks kind of trash.
But he has massive boots though.
That's the
Yeah,
same
he has
thing
massive-
Brooke has on, bro.
He has massive
Add
boots,
a
but he has
toilet
no
bowl to his
pants
head.
on. He has no
Honestly
pants.
speaking, Chopper and Lucci got the best
Yo.
dirt in the panel.
That's what y'all missing,
Bro,
bro.
why you owe it now, bro?
I'm saying.
Nah, you always hitting on Brook, bro.
Bro, no, I'm not.
You
I
always
say
hitting on
that.
Brook.
I'm just saying.
No, you
Y'all
are.
saying,
are, bro.
y'all saying he got on an ass outfit, Luffy.
But what the
Bro
hell
got the
Frankie got on
same
his
shit
head?
on, the same
Bro,
boots,
we
and
weren't
a
even
toilet
talking
bowl on
about
his
Brook.
head, bro.
Toilet bowl. Toilet bowl.
What is Frankie's
How you
head?
gonna say toilet bowl?
I don't even know what Frankie got going on.
That's more
I
like
can't,
a-
I can't even see it full fit. And I don't
That's
remember,
more like a
bro.
fish bowl.
Bro, Frankie's head looks like one of those toys where you have to spin it and then like.
Yeah, he do.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the wide.
No, he's literally
Yeah.
like one of those like old like twisty toys. They like you
Yeah.
like rile up and then they just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
You
bro.
wind
These
them
fits
up.
are not.
Yeah, I would have missed.
Nami's clean, Bonnie's clean,
He went crazy
Chopper's
with the
clean, and
bitches,
that's it.
though, but
That's
with
it.
the niggas, he put
Jinbei's isn't that bad. I mean, Jinbei's got
Hey,
like
no,
the
no,
arm on
Jinbei-
part.
Jinbei's fits him. Jinbei's
It
clean.
just looked like regular Jinbei to me.
See, like it fits because that's his style, right? See, whereas with Sanji, it doesn't look good.
So you telling me a samurai, right? A nigga that usually wears samurai clothing has on a onesie and a bomber jacket, and you talking about some fitting somebody's style. That's not ass to you.
Hey, his sword's out. I mean, the in the panel,
Right,
he
his sword
looks clean.
definitely out. He got a onesie on. I know his sword out.
Yo, pause.
I mean, look what Vegapunk is wearing,
Why
bro.
are we
Of course, he's
talking
not
about
going to
swords
design.
like that in this live stream? Bro? Why this live we have to talk about swords like that? That's nuts.
Bro, talking about. Oh, that's.
Bro, talking
JJ
about
went
swords, man.
Crazy with that one.
We need to go back.
Yo,
who's
JJ,
the-
that's
who's
on
the-
you. That's on
Who's
you.
the Starfish and Sabaody? We need to go back to his shop.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
he had
Papago?
that shit. Yeah, he had that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Right.
Boy was out here getting niggas.
Hey,
clean.
y'all know the name of it, the brand?
I forgot what it was called.
That should be a trivia question.
And you know what's crazy? I think somebody in the live action has on one of his brand in one of the shots. They said that's a dope.
That's actually
little,
dope as fuck.
yeah, dope little thing.
It starts with a C. That's what I know.
Yeah, Kami worked with him. Let's see. Kami, One Piece. She worked with Hachan. Never mind. Papag. Let's see.
Papagu, yeah.
While you look up that, I just want to say shout out to my guy Valkyrie in this chapter again. He's always looking like a menace. I don't think he's ever smiled. I'm very happy that that's my avatar. I'm very happy.
I rock with my dog, man. You know, he seemed to be the voice of reason amongst these maniacs.
And maybe I misunderstood the end of this chapter, but the Gorosei knows.
Criminal, yeah.
Go ahead, though, JJ.
You're good. The Gorosei knows that the Straw Hats are there, and now when York says "save me," like all the Gorosei and Kizu will react like, "Oh, like that didn't register right for me."
They were under the assumption that she had them captured and defeated. So when she said "save me," they're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, no, that's why it's like a complete shift of tone because the whole thing was that it looked as if she was doing very well, and then all of a sudden, boom! In reality, Luffy's and the whole crew has got her in a complete corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think early in the
When
chapter
they-
it was like she was saying like I've got everything.
Yeah, the
kinda
Seraphim.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, for sure.
I was thinking that was like, yo, I was like, I'm managing okay because I got the Seraphim, but I didn't think like I had everything wrapped up. If that was the case, they'd just be able to open up the Labosphere,
yeah.
let everybody in comfortably. I guess that's what they was thinking, and then they switched it up at the end, so that makes sense.
Was Lucci checking out York?
Man,
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody was.
She really spread like an eagle down there. You feel me? And you know she got on like a little. You know what I'm saying? So
Oda really did put a lot of detail in that one
it
pose.
was hard to see. Why she like Zoro is a maniac, man. In
I
front
know
of
she changed
everybody-
up. He's still about to
Yo,
cut her.
Zoro looking directly in
Zoro like,
that
yeah.
direction, bro.
He like, yeah, y'all see this shit, nigga.
Hey, Nami too.
Actually,
Nami a little freak.
not me, yeah. Yo.
Oh man.
Train for a piece of change, man. I've been
Yeah,
telling
that's
y'all.
why Saji need to move on. man.
Yo,
Fuck
we
that
should
dude.
call this episode fucking demonetization piece, bro. What the fuck is going on?
Oh my god.
I'm mad Grace ain't give us no colored panel though.
Yeah, maybe that's why the chapter came out so much earlier.
Oh, she didn't put it out yet.
I mean, it would usually be with TCB, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually TCB gives it out.
I mean, we should have touched on that fucking scam war shit, by the way. But you know what? We should wait till next week anyway when TCB maybe responds, because you know I feel like
Yo,
that's
what is going on with OP scans, bro? I saw a lot of wild stuff.
So they got, you know, you can tell that. All right, we can just hop. I'm gonna touch it real quick, Paul. You can tell that they got this all these little allegations around their name. They let people post nasty stuff in there. I'm not gonna say the word, but similar to what we was discussing earlier with them laws in Japan, they was letting people post stuff like that in the server, but was letting it slide because it was a guy that was boosting the server, right? And other allegations too. They was talking about leaking the Gear 5 episode, all kind of shit. And they waited until now to post this shit from TCB to kind of get some of that heat off their name. I feel that's probably why they waited till now. But apparently the owner from TCB was DMing the tech guy for OP Scan saying, can you nuke their website? Or not in those words, but basically implying, can you like take their website down when it comes back, when the shit come back? But that was in May. But I do think it would be kind of weird to the owner to just flat out go. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. I think they would move smarter than that. Me personally, I don't know. Like,
You know,
saying it was all
and by the way,
too.
this is all legit, right? Like, is there
Yeah,
evidence?
they posted
Yeah, it's all
screenshots, but like I
alleged.
said, they were saying it was from an alternate account and not from his main account. So, like I said, it's still alleged. So,
I was wondering too, because I don't know who it was. I remember someone in OPU, we were talking about it, and it does seem like OP Scans is ran by some young kids, bro. Like, or not, maybe not too young, but like maybe they're in high school or something.
Definitely young, because
They're young, so like if it is like what we're saying, like underage stuff like going on, I can kind of see like if they're young, because then it's like it kind of. Well, that's what I'm saying. So
I mean, the scan guy. I don't know about all of them though.
so that might be where they messed up, and it's like yeah, it's still wrong. You can't allow that, but I'm just saying like if they're young, they're gonna do some stupid stuff.
Well,
So
but this is the thing. It was a random guy, right? And it wasn't a member of the staff that was doing it. But the guys said, like, they let him know, like, one of the mods banned that dude for posting stuff. And they went out their way to unban him and was like, you know, it's fine because he be boosting the service. So, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Nasty Ninja,
Yeah.
I'm going to excuse that right there, brother.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just trying to be optimistic and
Yeah, I
hope
got
it's
you, I
not
got
that,
you,
because
I
that's
got you, I
like
got you.
I don't want like
Yeah, I got
you know what I'm saying.
you.
So,
Yeah, young,
but
yeah,
yeah,
I
if
feel
it is some weird stuff going on in there, like. And by the way, bro, like Crow said earlier, the chapter was ass. So
Oh, my God, bro. And then they go.
you got to step up
they
on
put out
that
the
side
chapter,
too.
Then it was like, well, our owner was sick. But, like, if he's sick, bro, don't put out no bullshit. Just, you know, you cool. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Wait, no. I want to understand, if the owner is sick, how does the owner impact the level of the workers doing the scans?
Y'all niggas
I don't
got
get that.
bad wording. Y'all spelling shit wrong. All kind of shit. Booty ass scanlations, whatever they call them. That's not the. I don't know, bro. But
That
yeah,
ain't the owner, man.
I
Like-
think we need to see what TCB says in response to the allegations. Because, like I said, I do think it would be like that's just a dumbass move if the owner of TCB Scans was in the server just publicly in front of everybody. Because they said this was inside the server, just publicly saying, "Can you nuke this account?" That shit just sounds like incredibly stupid to me. So
Also sounds incredibly childish.
yeah, so we'll see, man. But y'all ready to wrap this up, man?
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
Zane, let's do your thing. Okay.
Subscribe.
JJ, yeah, JJ, do your thing.
Yes, sir. What's going on, family? 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢 on all social media. Very fun chapter. Good little setup. Can't wait to see what we get next. Know it's gonna be hype. I know Shonen Jump is gonna be on the break, but when they say Shonen Jump is on the break, we still get the scans early. So maybe we'll be able to cook up some more OP talk next week, or maybe we could do something else because we got some things around that time of the year where we start, everybody start realizing how great of a drafter I am. So we might as well get onto that soon. But always fun talking with the brothers. I love how we spent like a good 60% of this stream not talking about the chapter, even though we enjoyed it. But like that's One Piece. Like there's so many things to speak about. Shout out to Squad as always. OPU, we do what we do.
We finna finish up. For sure. Prince, Damn, she slammed the fuck out of Prince of our anime. Talk to him.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Prince. Just want to say, stream was great, although horny as hell. But yeah, really appreciated everyone dropping by. Love the support from you guys. I know like we've been really like dicey with when it comes to monetization and stuff, and we really trying to just get this shit under wraps. But the constant support from you guys really does make it better. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. We're gonna constantly be putting out content streams for you guys to appreciate, and whether it's from OPU or just from the five of us individually in general, like from Twitter, YouTube, whatever we put out, we appreciate all the support. And yeah, it was a dope chapter, dope talking to you guys. Make sure to catch the Gear 5 episode tomorrow. I know that's not OP related, but just it's One Piece related. Go watch it as soon as you can. It's gonna be nuts. Be sure to bring a bucket of popcorn with you and just enjoy. Shit, I don't even know. Is it like 20 minutes or is it an hour?
I think it's a regular episode.
Damn, I wanted that shit to be an hour. But Cam, I hope you drop some solo streams. Yes, I've been planning on it, and for me, because I've also taken a bump for monetization as well. But in terms of streams, I'm hoping that's just gonna come back. So yeah, I'll definitely gear towards it. But yeah, that's it for me. I feel like I'm talking way too much. I'll leave it to the next person.
All right. Preach.
Yeah, you can catch me at Marshall D Preach. We got a lot of stuff planned for this month. Like I said, Wizard of Voice working on a massive video, and it's gonna be a fun time. We're probably doing a face reveal soon, so I'm excited for that as well. Wizard of Voice, we got a lot of stuff planned, man. So it's gonna be fun, and yeah, I mean, and we'll work on the fantasy stuff too. So hopefully we'll get some people involved from the chat. That'll be good for the community. And thanks for coming on the stream, man. It was fun.
Sure, you're right. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Majin Crow with a K for the Crow. Dope ass stream, fun chapter. Y'all boys be easy. Have be safe. I don't know if I say have safe, but yeah, be safe. We love y'all for coming in. Nah, come on. You know, there's some wild clips from this stream for sure. But that bumping swords got to go as a clip, as a short on somewhere.
Nah, that's nuts.
Yeah, man. We gonna go ahead and end this, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, y'all have a good one, bro.
Say, talk to him real quick. Talk to him. You good?
He's close to 50K, y'all. 3K away from 50K. Let's get him there.
Yeah,
Sorry, Zane.
Nah, you're okay. You can just catch me on Twitter at changed my.
You cut out.
Damn.
Worst time to cut.
Anyways, great chapter. Had a lot of fun talking about it. Appreciate y'all for coming out. You know what I'm saying? We're on break next week, but we got Gear 5, so we might have something to talk about on Friday. So y'all come back, tune in, stay updated, and tell your friends. Thank y'all, man.
Exactly. All right. Finna go in the end.